Arabella on my screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene. In the morning or the night, recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.
Battles got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Okay, everybody. Okay, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let me get rid of this overlay. Happy Monday. How is everybody today? I see we have the usuals here. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Miss Jalen, Miss Dawn. It's Monday morning, and you know I have something just sweet, ready for everybody this morning. Now, Obviously, you guys know I have been enjoying the body cam footage and things. So I have a sweet installment for you guys today. As you can see in the thumbnail, the theme is chases and sleepers. Okay. So for the most part, I thought that I was just going to see a mirage of body cam footage of the drunks, of the dummies, and things like that. But buried in there, just like a needle in a haystack, is these outrageous situations that really remind us how brave first responders are, but also how insane some people are in general. But just people will go to great lengths to not get arrested, and they're really not doing anything for themselves, but they'll go to great lengths to not get arrested. And then we will have these obviously inebriated people who are just clogging up the CJ system by being drunk behind the wheel, by acting a fool, by hitting things, by harming people. Those sort of like once in a lifetime cases, they do come around, and the body cam footage that we see daily sort of reminds us of that. So I put together a list today of some chasers and some sleepers. The first one that I have for you guys already on the screen is a suspected kidnapper, abductor, whatever you want to call it, in Milwaukee. All right, so he was just so desperate not to go to jail that he led the police on a high-speed chase that didn't end well for him. So let's go.
Somebody we got eyes on. We got eyes on a white Kia. Abduction. We got the abduction Kia here. Gladden William. Lincoln William Boy 169 in pursuit. Eastbound on Hampton from Titonia.
Got that Nissan it's the Nissan that's going northbound on 125.
In pursuit of a white Kia Soul.
Kia Sportage.
Kia Sportage. Lincoln William Boy 169 wanted for the abduction. Eastbound on Hampton from 22nd.
217.
We are now setting south on 21st from Hampton. South on 21st from Hampton. Unknown occupants due to tint. Speeds approximately.
My first thoughts, all right, this is looks like January of this year. So obviously, the season that we're in right now, it is early in the year, but I don't know if you guys can tell. He's in a residential area and the roads are fairly icy, right? He's driving like that, and even though he's trying to get away from the police, he's also just actively sliding. But that doesn't deter him from continuing his shenanigans.
50 miles an hour.
Westbound on Purdue.
We're going to be going westbound. Appears to be two occupants. Passenger has a black hoodie. Westbound on Purdue from 22. Passing 23. Speeds approximately 58. Coming up to 24. North on 24 towards Hampton. Disregarded the stop at Hampton on 24, still northbound. (7270) in pursuit.
And I know they have to document just where the perpetrator's going, but did they think he was going to hit any of those stops? Obviously he's not. I'm sure it's just to rack on charge after charge after charge. But yeah, here's a better view of how icy and snowy the road is while he's doing all this.
That white Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boy 169, disregarded the stop at 24th and Stark, still northbound. 2 occupants. Speeds approximately 50. Traffic non-existent.
Monitoring 2 cars and 6.
Disregarded the stop sign at 2-4 in Fairmount. Coming up to Lancaster on 2-4. He's going towards the bail. He's going to be bailing here. He's going towards the dead end here on 2-4. 2-4. He is now on the sidewalk doing a U-turn.
And I wish he would have just gave it up. Like, I mean, look where he's at. There's nowhere to go. I wish he would have just gave it up at that point. I think it would have still been not redeemable, but you know what I mean. He couldn't. He's like, let me get on the sidewalk.
In the snow. Speeds approximately 6 miles an hour. Coming back down south on 2-4.
Coming back northbound now.
Coming southbound.
Oh, southbound, sorry, you're right.
Still south on 2-4 through Lancaster. In pursuit of that white Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boy, 169, wanted for the abduction. Coming up to Fairmount. Disregarded the stop sign at Fairmount. Clear right. Occupied 2 times. We're coming back up, passing Stark. Disregarded the stop sign at Stark. Clear right. Thanks. Coming up to Hampton.
And I know they're just enjoying, like, he disregarded stuff. Like, they're literally checking off all of the dang citations that they're going to give this bandit after the stop's over.
Westbound on Hampton. Westbound on Hampton.
They look it.
Coming back towards Titonia. Still west on Hampton through Titonia. Clear right.
Now, that is just ridiculously reckless. That looks like somewhere I'm driven to. Look at how reckless that is. You know what I mean? Look, there's a bus, there's a school bus.
Still west on Hampton through Titonia. Clear right. In pursuit of that white Kia Sportage, wanted for the abduction.
Low key, the Kia smoked him. Where is the? You can't even see the key. Like, he's just recklessly, pounding through the road trying to get away.
Crash. Almost collided. Clear right. To Martin Luther.
And that was another bus. That looked like a big school bus, full school bus. So he's definitely racking on charges for this nonsense.
Through the red at Martin Luther. Coming up towards 3-7. Speeds approximately 60. 2 occupants. Disregarded the red at 3-7. Still westbound on Hampton, coming up towards Sherman. Has about a block on us, coming up to Sherman. Coming up to Sherman.
Right.
Clear right. Through the red at Sherman, disregarded the red, still westbound on Hampton. He's going to be south on 4-5. South on 4-5 from Hampton. In pursuit of that Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boy, 169, Iowa plate. Wanted for the abduction. Still south on 4-5. Coming up to Glendale. Through the yield at Glendale.
And it's crazy. You heard that cop let out a sign. He's like, ugh. Another bus they just went by, another heavily populated area. That's ridiculous.
Still south on 4-5.
Still south on 4-5. Coming up to Congress.
Yeah, they go east or west.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control. Creek, bail.
Okay, stop out.
Oh my goodness. This part took me out. Hold on, I'm gonna take y'all back. They didn't realize, I think, over here that they were getting towards the end of a road, but this part took me out. Yeah.
Yield at Glendale.
Still south on 4-5.
Still south on 4-5. Coming up to
Thank
Congress.
you.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control. Creek, bail.
Okay, stop out.
Oh, this is scary as hell. But it's like, it's almost like they realized too late, you know?
Still south on 4-5.
Still south on 4-5. Coming up to Congress.
Yeah, they go east or west.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control. Creek, bail.
Okay, stop out.
Like, I know they needed time to respond, but my anxiety would have been through the roof. Like, if I was in this moment right here and I said, bail, and like, it just wasn't, it didn't register. Oh, my anxiety, I would have jumped out of the car. That's just me. But let's see it again. A couple seconds. There it is.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control. Creek, bail.
It's almost like he just fell. Like, and I'm not blaming the officers. Like, these situations have gotta be high, like anxiety and things like that. But whoa, I would have jumped out of that police cruiser. I would have jumped out of the passenger side and been like, you're on your own. It just seemed like it took a while to register what was happening. But he, the person who's saying like, bail, I'm assuming that's a person that wasn't driving. That's what I'm assuming.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control. Creek, bail.
Okay, stop out.
January, I'm gonna assume because Wisconsin's the Midwest and it gets very cold there, sort of like up by Chicago. So I'm assuming that water was freezing cold. I wouldn't have jumped in there. We're gonna see another angle.
Turn the creek.
Adrenaline must have been high. Oh Lord. He left like jumped in it. It's crazy.
Put your up now. Turn around. Do not reach for stuff. Anything. Do not reach for anything. Keep your hands up. I'm going to get you out. Do not reach.
No, I'm gonna hang it up. There.
Hold on. Okay.
I don't think this is a daily basis thing, though. While I'll say this is definitely inconvenient and like ridiculous for the cops to have to deal with, but this is not regular. I think regularly it's intoxicated, inebriated, liars, people who are thieving and shit like that. Because this was crazy. They literally fell into a creek, double right on top of his car, and then just walked out into the freezing cold water and picked him up and said, "You're going to jail." That's insane. Good morning, Robin. What's going on, boo? Very cold, obviously, you can tell. Like, you can see that it looks like ice water, but their feet are chugging along in it. Good morning, Forever Love. Let's continue with this one, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. This one was just ridiculous. The fact that, you can literally see how they fell right here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. Right? He jumped in, or he lost control, swerved into it, and they just sort of piled on top of him and smashed into it. And they just walked out like it was nothing and arrested him. This is the adrenaline that they must have had at that time must have been through the roof.
7255, I see you're there. I'll put you 23, 7130. You have to come on last. I know. 7270. Crash in the creek at 45 in Congress. All officers are open.
I'm good.
7270. Crash in the creek at 45 in Congress. All officers are open.
So, obviously they ended with apprehending the suspect, not before he ran through a bunch of populated areas for the most part. All right, so the next one that we have is also a police chase. All right, this is... Got ahead of myself. This was actually out of Illinois, right? Midwest Safety is the YouTube channel that found this body cam footage. And this was actually an individual who had escaped transport. I don't know where he was heading per se. I think they were bringing him to another jail or another facilities where he was supposed to be going. On the way there, he got the police out in the very TV movie way, right? Oh, my cuffs, you gotta fix my cuffs, and then he ended up bringing the cuffs to the front is the way they described it. And so in him tricking them, he was able to find a way to escape. But the way that he is brought in and dragged in this one is just crazy, all right? So you guys buckle up. This one's about 22 minutes, not too long, but yeah, this is some BS.
On July 15th, 2023, officers from the Kenosha County and Prairie Police Departments in Wisconsin were informed about an escape.
And I don't know what it is that they be doing up there in the Midwest. I promise you I'm not going to find body cam footage like this for any state that I live in. I don't even think Massachusetts has anything crazy like this, unless it's up there, by Dorchester, things like that. I don't think that they don't do this around here. So I don't know what they're eating and drinking up there, but let's continue.
Convict being transported in Cook County, Illinois. According to news sources, the perpetrator in this video, Wesley Ryan Anderson, who has no known affiliation with the famous director, was being transported as a prisoner who was wanted on a warrant. The transport was conducted by the Park Ridge Police Department, who were on their way to Lake County Jail at 2:38 in the afternoon. Official reports by the police share that Wesley was acting erratic, and officers had noted that he was able to move his handcuffed wrist from his back to his front. This caused officers to pull over on I-294 at mile marker 52. The official report shares they immediately advised dispatch of their location and requested assistance due to Wesley's behavior. The report then shares when officers moved to the back seat to resecure him and de-escalate his behavior, Wesley broke free from the vehicle. Officers allegedly used a taser, but noted it was ineffective. Wesley then ran across the northbound lanes of traffic.
I mean, what are the odds of that, right? What are the odds that a taser is not going to work to subdue this escaped convict? Like, I don't know what he was eating and drinking before he left this jail, but obviously he preserved a lot of energy. Okay, I don't know what's the likelihood. I don't know how much voltage they have to, if they have to choose the highest or lowest. But like, what's the likelihood that a taser wouldn't work on this gentleman?
And jumped over the concrete barrier median into the southbound lanes. The report goes on to share that Wesley, who is listed as being 6'4" and over 200 pounds, was able to overpower a driver that had stopped. While handcuffed, Wesley took their maroon van. He drove off, effectively escaping the police. Roughly 40 minutes later, Wesley ditched the van and stole a Camaro SS in a residential neighborhood, taking it by physical force. Luckily for the officers, the Camaro was equipped with OnStar. If you are not aware, OnStar is a network-connected vehicle service that provides additional features like collecting diagnostics or providing services like remotely locking doors or finding your car's location. OnStar also has the special ability to assist police in high-speed chases as well, since one of the network features allows the company to prevent the vehicle from accelerating too fast and even has the ability to temporarily disable the vehicle entirely.
Now, I had no idea that OnStar could do all of that, right? So obviously when people buy these vehicles, they don't know that, but that's a great, I think that's a great thing, especially like imagine somebody kidnaps or takes your car that has a family member in it. You know, the police can help you actually get back that victim using this OnStar system. I know most cars aren't built with it, but that's a pretty dope feature. Not for this criminal, but, you know, for the police.
And so through OnStar, officers were able to find the Camaro's location. This time they were prepared with multiple cruisers from numerous police departments to apprehend Wesley, who had driven roughly 30 miles north out of Illinois and into Wisconsin. It would be over an hour and a half since his initial escape when this dash cam footage begins.
45, I got a turn around on it. Northbound on 136 from the 120 101. I'm going to have OnStar shut it down, Sheriff. County behind me trying to catch up with me. I'll wait for them to get up here to initiate anything. County, go ahead and initiate. I have a spike set up ahead. If you want to take this, I'll take secondary for you.
10-4.
Dispatch has been updated.
County's in front of me. Traffic stops initiated. Go ahead and set up spikes just in case he does flee.
345, Sheriff. I got it northbound at U-Line. Coming up to CJ. Trying to...
Giovanni says, did we get the behind the body cam interview yet? I'm doing that soon. He got back to me last night, but I was still out, so I didn't get a chance to actually coordinate anything. That is coming up probably tomorrow, either tomorrow or later today. I'm not entirely sure yet. You guys know it's Christmas season, so I'm trying to get everything done last minute. So I got the email kind of late in the day. I didn't get a chance to coordinate with him. But stay on standby, right? Stay on standby. That interview is coming early this week. I have a lot to get done before I can actually respond to all my emails. So stay tuned, all right? It's happening, Giovanni. Def hitting the notice. Yes, absolutely. Hit the notification bell. Also, guys, do me a favor and hit the like button, too. Like, we're being a little stingy. We got 8 likes. We have 40 people in here. We've been having some people shuffling in and out. Hit the like button for me. I know I sound just ridiculous because I'm all stuffed up, but just hit the like, all right?
I'm going to stop it. Illinois. I got Prairie behind me.
Reporting.
345, not stopping, coming up to CJ. Speed's 38, traffic medium.
Right
345, continuing northbound, coming up to Q. Accelerating, speed 70. .345, missed the spikes at Q and U. Eastbound on Q from U.
Should be getting ready to be shut down right now by OnStar.
.345.
And like, they're not going fast. Like, he just went right around it. I thought they would be doing a little bit more to prevent that. Like, there's a cop right there.
Should be getting ready to be shut down right now by OnStar.
345 missed the spikes at U-Line 2. Continuing eastbound Q from U-Line. Traffic is light, speeds are 80, and I'm closing on him. .45 got spikes at west frontage. Looks like he's going to go around them. 345 into oncoming traffic at west frontage.
He's slowing down here. Looks like they shut it off. We're on the ramp.
345, we're southbound on the interstate, getting on at Q.
I don't think so either. I definitely don't think it's his first time. I mean, obviously he's an escaped convict, so the last thing he wants to do is go back to jail. We can tell by his driving.
345 Sheriff, looks like the car is disabled, still rolling slowly southbound on the on-ramp for southbound 94.
Where he's reaching around, he's still trying to accelerate. He's not understanding that he's not going anywhere. Still southbound.
You know, that's just something I'm assuming no criminal is expecting that to happen. Well, why not? You know, the car was stolen. It didn't belong to him. So technically the owner, yeah, it is stolen. Yeah, it's stolen. The owners reported it stolen after, you know, they found out that the police alerted them that someone was on the loose. And so people started being vigilant. And, you know, he stole the red van. And then he went and stole this Mustang or whatever the hell type of car it is. He probably was like, this is going to get me where I need to go. You know, not realizing that it can be shut off at any moment. I didn't know that. Yeah, me either. Until they mentioned it in the video, which was a couple minutes ago. So I'm not gonna be too sarcastic.
345 Sheriff, we're coming to the end of the on-ramp for 94 southbound. He's reaching around, still rolling slowly.
He's still reaching in center console.
He must be so like just defeated, feeling deflated even.
345, we're stopped.
Hands! Hands up! Your hands! Hands up! Hands up! Show the hands now! Hands up now! Hands up! He's got handcuffs! Get your hands up! Stand up! Keep the hands up! Stand up! Keep the hands up now! Keep the hands up now!
Get on the ground.
Dispatch has been located.
Get on the ground.
He's buckled up! He's buckled up! Got it.
Listen, get the seatbelt off. We won't hurt you. But I need you to listen.
You're going to run through the seatbelt. You're going to run through the seatbelt.
345 Sheriff, we're giving commands.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. Shield on me.
No shield at county.
No shield. Anymore. No shield. There you are. Slow it down. We're good. Keep your hands where they're not moving. Come here, guys. I don't want to hurt nobody.
Just keep your hands showing. Just keep the hands showing. All right, just keep the hands showing.
Yes.
Come up to me. Hey, come up to me. You're going to need hands up also, all right? We're going to keep lethal. Move nice and slow, boys.
Yep.
Nice and slow.
Just keep the hands.
Stop it.
Anymore? Hang on.
Kill me, guys.
If you reach for anything,
Don't reach for anything.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They're kind of all giving directions at the same time. It's not that bad because they're not like, oh, get on the phone. You know, they're letting each other talk, but they're all like speaking at the same time, and they have them surrounded.
Why are you pointing your gun at me, please? It's for all of our safety, please.
How quickly do they become submissive? He said, please don't point your gun at me. I mean, dude.
This close, sir? Let me see your other hand. Let's see your hands.
Hands are right here, sir.
Okay.
Please do not tase me. Shoot me. You gotta get on my face.
Somebody got a treasure. We can
Yourself, you guys.
that belt.
Did you guys hear that? Hold on. The cops made me shoot myself.
Sir?
Let me see your other hand. Let's see your hands.
Hands are right here, sir.
Okay.
Please do not tase me. Shoot me. You gotta get on my face.
Somebody got a treasure. We can
Yourself, you guys.
that belt and yank him out.
They were you do not move. Please don't move.
Yep. Get down on the ground. Once the belt's free, get on the ground. Down your hands up.
Now he's crying.
Don't hit me, guys. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I won't hurt you. Why'd you do that to me?
Watching that.
So bad. I would never hurt you guys.
Calm down. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Okay? I'm taking this cuff off. You're going to put it right behind your back. Don't put it anywhere else. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, sir. I know you don't give a fuck, but I have a broken collarbone, and I usually take shooting himself. Like not comfortably, but like not popping out. So gotta do whatever you want, pop it out if you want. I understand.
Okay, ready?
Hurt any of you guys if I hurt anyone. I'm sorry. I'm scared of you guys. Get my pants and put me on the highway.
Hold on. He said, I was scared to look at you. It's so funny. He's doing all that. He was definitely defeated at this point, right? He's like, damn, I thought I was getting away. And they just stopped this car. And now he's crying, saying he's shitting on himself. It's just sad. Someone mentioned that one of the ARs had no magazine. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were pointing out in the comments. I think they were just all in the heat of the moment. Maybe he just, took off and was like, I'm ready to get this guy, and didn't realize he forgot the magazine. Luckily, there was other guns available. So, but that was something that everyone in the comments pointed out.
Gotta do whatever you want, pop it out if you want. I understand.
Okay, ready?
Hurt any of you guys if I hurt anyone. I'm sorry. I'm scared of you guys. Get my pants and put me on the highway.
Hands in your back. Move your hand and swallow your back. Ready?
Put me on the fucking highway. This is 45. We're gonna sit you. I have poop all over my bucket.
All right. I hear you. Please choose the news on here.
He really said, I got I have poop all over my butt from pooping. Like, he's ridiculous.
I hear you. Please choose the news on here. Tuck your knees. We're going to just move him back to your
When he started shitting himself, was it when the car stopped and he realized he wasn't going anywhere, or was it when he saw all the guns? When did he start shitting himself exactly? Yeah, at first he's this is pretty pathetic. That's all I'm gonna say. Next time, wear a diaper. Maybe the next high-speed chase he should wear some Depends. He actually shit his pants. This is the second time. Yeah, he did say it was the second time. He also said it was his second chase. So I don't know if pooping himself is just how his body responds to these high-speed chases that he keeps getting in. But yeah.
Please don't hurt me, guys.
Close that door for me.
I didn't hurt anybody, did I, guys? I didn't hurt anybody, guys, right?
Hang on, I just gotta.
Yeah, go ahead. Check. No, it's fine.
All right,
Please don't shoot me.
have a seat.
Sir.
Please roll this way. Is that fine? All right, sit up. I'm trying to. All right, okay, let's do it. Ready? No, we got to sit up. We got to put the seatbelt on. You got to sit up. Can you pull my arm? Yep. Ready? Ready? Yep. Thank you.
You know what really took me out about this comment was the extra absorbent. Obviously, he needed heavy duty diapers because it just happened. He said it happened. It happened the last time. They just make him fit himself. I don't know that an engine was shut off last time, but this time an engine was shut off. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you for being cool. Hey, thank you for being cool. Like, you're the only one calm. You really kept it together. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I might have a spike in my arm. Hey.
That's the gun with no. Did he just realize it, or did he take it out? Hold on. He might.
You really kept it together. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. 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 I might have a spike in my arm. Hey. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scream at your ear. I might have one of the spikes. Not from the.
Okay.
No, from the. Oh, he shot me with it.
Yeah, we'll give you a sub. Yep. That's good enough for me. All right. Are you guys?
No injuries claimed. Yeah. He said he's got a broken collarbone, but that would be sounds unrelated. Yes. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, that didn't come from this.
No. We were gentle as all could be. We absolutely were. That was well coordinated. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you.
So are we. So.
Thanks for the fun.
Yeah. See you guys.
I didn't get one of those spikes from the taser in my arm.
You didn't get tased by us, though.
No, I got tased by. They shot me twice. They shot me twice in handcuffs while covered in. They made me shit myself in the car, dude. Like, please, I was begging them to let me come to get out. What humiliating is that?
390 is going to stay with the car until we know what kind of tow we want. I'll be 95 with one to KCJ. 384 is going to follow. All other KC units are clear.
That's humiliating. I didn't hurt anybody, right? Nobody got hurt?
I don't know.
You just shot me in there?
I just have a 345. Can you give me a 21?
I was at the hospital when they left there, sir. Sir. I don't think whenever you're done.
Hey, what's up, Jake? Can you text me his 27 if you have it? Because they didn't put it in here right now.
Yeah, you on the phone still, sir? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
I apologize.
Sounds good. Bye.
I was having chest pains when I was, that's where I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
So they took me to the hospital for dehydration, fed me food, and they had food, you know? Maybe myself on the car. It's disgusting.
Like, no one does that. Takes you out on the highway. Took me out of the police car on a highway. Shot me with a taser while naked, covered in shit. You did it? It's humiliating, man. Like, what's more humiliating than that?
Why is he? First of all, yeah, he is a nasty, poopy bandit. All right, but he's literally recounting two other situations. He said that he was naked, tased, and he started pooping himself. I don't know. This guy must have a bad bowel. Maybe he has irritable bowel syndrome or something like that. But yeah.
Being on a highway covered with.
Why is he telling them about this right now? I don't know. That I don't know.
It's fun taking handcuffs. I don't know. Get shot by a cop.
I thought you guys were killing me too. So much better coming to Wisconsin. I thought like maybe you would take Texas, you know. Thank you for helping me. Sorry, thank you.
There's nothing wrong with the car, was there? Huh? Is there anything wrong with that car? No. I promised him, man. I wouldn't hurt his car. I felt terrible.
Oh God.
Is it okay if I'm like this? I'm just laying sideways because it hurts my wrist so bad. Is that all right? I just don't want you to think I'm up to something. I shoot my fist. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. Who does that? Kind of fucking sick, motherfucker. They laughed at me to protect and serve. They laughed at me. And they shot.
Hey, buddy, I'm laughing at you too. Okay? He says they're laughing at me and they shot naked on the effing highway covered in poop. I'm laughing at you right now. I'm laughing at that story. You know, it's just ridiculous that he's seriously recounting this to the police officers in the back seat. Like, you know, I guess it was probably traumatic for him, but what decisions did you make, sir, that led to you getting tased naked and taking a dump on yourself on the highway. You know, you can't blame the police officers for laughing that you made decisions that allowed that to happen in your life. I'm laughing. I'm laughing too, okay?
He's fine. Yeah, I'm going to jail for a long time. I get that.
How you doing, man?
I'm really hot. I don't feel well.
I got the air conditioning up all the way.
Thank you for your kindness. I can't explain to you how nice that is just to feel treated like a human.
3 minutes later, they arrive at the Kenosha County Jail.
You good back there? Wesley! Wesley!
390
Wesley!
goes on scene.
Hey! Wesley!
390.
345.
345, Sheriff. I need rescue to respond to the cell report. 10.345.
Wesley!
Respond to the report for what?
Where you at, Mom?
Stop responding. He is breathing.
Mom, where are you?
Wesley, wake up!
Mom,
Wake up!
Come on over here. Mom.
Wesley! Hey! Hey! Wake up! Stay up.
I think he didn't want to go in there. Like, I don't think that he's thinking his mom is there. So, like, he just seems like he doesn't want to go into prison. So he's just trying to prolong his time in the vehicle, you know, prolong the arrest.
Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm not going to do anything. Don't shoot me. If I get out where you shoot me, you promise you won't shoot me. If I get out,
what you were doing.
He thought he was going to make it out of the slammer, you know. He was escaping prison. So he thought he was going to get away. And then his car just shut off and they pulled him out and they arrested him. So he's having a tough time with that. Yeah, I know you're not understanding stuff from women, although all those around the same. Okay.
Now I got to have an ambulance come.
Look at me, just dripping, dude. I'm not on any fucking drugs, dude. I can't wait until you guys figure that out. It's gonna be awesome. Like, stink like that, son. Like, literally, shit. I'm sorry, I shitted up your car. I'm in the news, my asshole showing it's all over me, dude. Great, getting shot by cops with handcuffs on.
You mean tased, right?
Yeah, tased, yeah. I think I'm probing my arm. It hurts so bad. I'm not gonna fight you, man.
What is his obsession with everyone knowing that he just is caught shitting on himself and smelling like shit? Like, no one's gonna. That's the least of your worries, buddy. You're going back to jail. You're going back to jail. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we know that you pooped yourself. They didn't even say that. You told us before they could tell us. The body cam isn't going to show him pooped all over himself. So it's just like, he's ridiculous. Hey, MJ. Almost made it home, but lost the payload.
Well, after what just happened,
I understand.
They can't exactly take your word for it.
I'm just going to say this, Tracy Daniels. Lost a pant load is crazy. Don't say that again.
I understand. My hands are too purple, right?
No, they're not purple.
It hurts really bad. Got a trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
Based off the following footage we've received, officers did bring Wesley to get medically treated.
Hop back in the bed. Hop in bed. I'm going to ask you one more time, but we're going to put you in the bed. Okay?
Recording.
All right. Lay back in the bed.
I don't even know.
Let go of that handcuff. Let go of the leg restraint.
I knew he was acting. The dude's trying to get out of jail. He doesn't want to go back to jail. The fact that they even let him get up from the hospital bed is crazy to me. Exactly.
Let go of the leg restraint. Drop it.
For a few minutes, Wesley goes back and forth with the officers, claiming he needs to use the restroom, while officers continue to give ignored commands for him to sit or lay down on the bed and to drop his leg shackle.
I don't have anything to threaten.
You have it in your hand. Drop it.
Nothing to threaten.
Put the leg restraint down. All right. Sit down on the bed.
I need the fucking bed pants.
Sit down on the bed.
Sit on the bed, or we'll get you the bed.
All the way onto the bed.
I'm on the bed, man.
All the way
I
onto
can't see bed. I'm not playing games.
I'm not playing games with you either.
I dare you.
Right? All the way onto the bed, sir.
I'm on the bed.
And there he goes trying to weaponize that shit again. I knew there was a reason why he was so fixated on telling us that he pooped himself. Because he's trying to make it seem like he needs to urgently use the bathroom. Sir, you're not low. You're not getting away. All right? We have the footage. We know. And this looks like it was from 2 years ago almost. A year and a half now.
And sir, I have to shit. To come out right here, it's going to come out over by you.
We are going to
do time here. Piles of shit in your face. Maybe you can let it dry and you can straighten out your fucking beard. Like I had to do off of my skin yesterday. If you let me sit and shit for 12 hours.
Bed, let me get off. I'm not letting a nurse come into this room until I know that
I'm not going to hurt any nurse.
Okay?
Her safe? Yeah. She's not safe around you.
I'm responsible for their safety. So go and lay back in the bed. We're going to
They treat me like a human, not like a piece of shit.
For their safety.
Argue with us about this.
We're not going anywhere with it right now.
That's cool.
Okay?
I'll go right here. I'll go right here. I'll just take it right on the floor. We play monkey time.
Sit down in bed. Let me go get you the bedpan.
Go get it. I just did that. I just did this. I'm secure. I just need to shit. That's all.
Sir.
Lay back in the bed. Rights, you know? Needs the washroom. After feeding me that garbage.
Lay back in the bed. We'll go get you the bedpan.
My stomach's hurting me right now. That's all.
I understand.
I'm chained to the fucking bed. Where am I going to go?
Can you just lay on the bed?
I'm not moving, dude. I feel like shit. The food you gave me yesterday, the same shit you gave me today, makes my stomach hurt. I have to shit now. I don't want to hurt nobody. No, I don't hurt anybody.
Sir, you just lay back on the bed. Let me secure the leg restraint. We are going to go get you the bedpan. And I will let a nurse come in and assist you.
Hold on, I want to read this comment that I'm not going to let pass. He said, B, how the heck do you know he doesn't have to take a shit? Okay, now, my question is, why does an adult male, why is he not able to contain the fecal matter in his butt? Okay, that's a bigger issue. So I understand, Mike, that you probably go through the same thing. But it's funny because this asshole obviously is just trying to get away. All right, he was in the car when in the middle of the chase saying that he pooped himself and he has to go to the bathroom badly. No, he's trying to create a new escape route. Okay, he doesn't want to go back to jail. That's why he's acting all tough over here. All right. It is what it is. He changed to a bed and can't go to the bathroom and doesn't want to use a bedpan. No, he said he does want to use a bedpan. And they're telling him to sit down and wait. That's what he has to do. When you waste dollars, American dollars like this, going in a high-speed chase doing bullshit, yeah, your rights are going to be restricted. Okay? And I don't believe for 1 second that he has to actually take a shit. I'm sorry.
They need to bring in a bedpan for you to utilize. All right? No, that's a garbage can.
I call it a bedpan.
You're not using a garbage can, sir. Okay, have a seat on the bed. Stop!
This is why I was laughing, because he obviously wanted to create an environment to like get something going. This guy already escaped from prison 1 time. Like, nobody's stupid. He's trying to create an escape route again. All right. Hey Beth, I don't know if you heard me because it was kind of loud. How you doing, girl? Yeah, I know there's definitely people who have issues holding the poop, but I personally think like his fixation on it and just like, you guys, it's just so embarrassing. How embarrassing is that? It's like, how embarrassing is it that you're a grown man and you just can't accept your consequences? Now you're, taking everybody on a high-speed chase. At this point, he can wait. Oh.
Stop! 383, Sheriff! 383, Sheriff! Give me units to the hospital! Stop! Get off! Get on the bed now! Get on the bed now!
383, Sheriff, requesting additional units.
Get on the bed now!
On the bed. I'm on the bed. I just need to use the washroom.
Get on the bed now.
Lay on the bed!
I'm laying on the bed.
Lay on the bed now!
I'm laying on the bed.
Lay on the bed now!
I'm laying on the bed.
I am going to tase you!
I'm laying on the bed.
Lay on the bed now!
I'm laying on the bed.
Crawl up onto the bed!
How much more is that going to be? You guys attacked me. For what? Because I'm trying to use the bathroom? That's the shit, dude. I still have to shit.
Lay on the bed fully.
I just went to the bathroom, that's all. Tase me. Yesterday, it worked well. Tase me. I shit all over the place, right?
I
I haven't had taser point. He attacked me.
I didn't attack anyone. You can't poop, dude. You attacked me because I was trying to poop in a garbage can. I just said poop. That's all.
393 Sheriff Code 4, 1 at taser.
That's all.
I don't know what happened.
I'm telling you what happened.
Okay.
There's cameras in here, aren't there? Let's look at them.
No,
our body cams are on. So
no pun intended. Do you guys think this guy is full of shit? I think he's full of shit. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We got 465 people in here. You guys are slacking. You're slacking on that like button. Do me a favor and hit it, okay, while you're watching. But do you guys think he's full of shit, or does he really have to take this shit?
Perfect. I poop in a can. That's all.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. They got it.
Why you on rest for, man?
You just kicked me in the jaw, sir.
Ow.
All right.
I'm not combative at all.
You just kicked me in the jaw.
You just fought us. Don't even.
I'm trying to poop on my fucking garbage can, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I had to poop, dude. You tried jumping on top of me, right? Didn't you?
Dude, I stepped up.
What's the status with the doctor? Is he being cleared soon? Or tell him to rush it for us. Good.
You fucking grab me.
Crawl back onto the bed. Do it now.
I just did.
Crawl back onto the bed and do it now.
How much further? Up that way?
All the way up on the bed.
Okay. Can I have one of you?
If you crawl up on the bed, I will turn the taser off.
I already got tased 7 times because I want to shit.
You're going to get tased again. Do as I say. Crawl up on the bed. Do it now.
I'm doing it. Pull my pants up. Is that all right? You're going to tase me because you have a weapon. Then I'm going to hospital. How's that? Is that far for you?
Roll around. Secure that lead restraint to the metal bar of the bed right there.
You know, man, I agree. I think he's full of it. He's full of shit. He's trying to plan something to escape, maybe from the bathroom. That's a good point. He knows maybe he'll try to escape through the ceiling. It's crazy. Like, and the funny thing is, a taser didn't work on this bandit, so they're not going to leave him out of their sight. You know, but he just keeps trying to make it like, oh, this is so embarrassing. You guys let me sit in my shit for hours. It's like, but look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing when you're given the opportunity to use the bathroom or whatever. You do too much. He did, yeah. He tased 7 times, but I'm saying it didn't work. The tase didn't work. So, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know why he's complaining about it.
Good? What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you guys?
Why are you fighting us?
Why
are we kicking?
Shit, dude. I just got to poop, man. Hey. P-O-O-P. What is it? I want to shit, man. Oh. You now or what? Mike, you want to come in for the alley-oop or what? What's going on? Alley-oop by the poop? I didn't hit your jaw? What happened to your jaw? I dropped the shackle, remember? You take a shit. You gotta work on that. You're gonna have to do it. Maybe do some PT. You better get back up after all that work, man. God,
yeah.
Poor thing. You okay? How is it?
Yeah. For this case, Wesley is facing charges for 1 count of operating a vehicle without consent, 1 count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, 1 count of fleeing in a vehicle as the driver, 1 count of attempting to disarm a police officer, and 2 counts of battery or threat against a police officer. After his arrest, a $150,000 cash bond was set. As of posting this video, he has yet to have paid that bond and is currently being held in jail.
Well, I mean, he's an offender. He was already going to another jail, so he's not going to bond now. Better not play stupid, or God forbid it's. Wow, Don, you're doing too much. You said, God forbid it's a black guy. All right. Anyways, so that was that guy. He obviously was doing too much. I mean, I think the element was that he wasn't responding to the tase. You know, they were tasing him and he was still fleeing. You know, in that case, they're going to keep trying to tase him. He said, I'm not laying down. He is ridiculous. All right, let me put Don. That's not the point. All right, so this next one here, this is sorry guys. This one is not a chaser or a sleeper per se, but this guy, he sort of just, he just made himself an authority figure, right? He was doing a couple of things that's sort of going to show you that he was in one way or another passing himself off as the police officer. Now I'm going to say this. A couple years back, My sibling was working in Boston a lot. And what he said was, one day at night, a random vehicle with police lights, not on top, but just like on the car, stopped him. Started flashing the light. And for a second, he was about to stop until he realized, like, that's not a police car. This is just a regular car. Why is this car trying to pull me over? And this car pursued him for a couple miles until he, obviously just took an exit. Now, apparently this isn't entirely illegal, but this was a case similar to that. This was out of, let me see here. I don't know if they tell us, but Midwest Safety, I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the greater Illinois area. And he basically acted like he was helping the police detain people. So let's look at this fake cop in action.
Can you explain this, please?
This alleged police impersonator has cops questioning themselves.
He has more gear, but he does.
Unfortunately for this supposed imposter.
Thank you, B. Sammy, for the super chat. He says, Flo, what up? Keep up the good work you're doing. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, B. Sammy.
One misstep in his masterful plans would trigger the beginning of his downfall.
I'm not sure if this is law enforcement or what.
He's gonna kill everybody on the road.
Dude, how's that average citizen? I would think that was the right.
You're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Around midnight on January 21st, 2024, an unmarked black cruiser with flashing lights allegedly pulled over a civilian vehicle. The driver of the unmarked cruiser then flagged down a Columbus police officer for assistance. Soon after, a third cruiser arrives as backup. Due to the appearance of the scene, officers expected the stop to be a felony apprehension. Unknown to officers at the time, the whole traffic stop is a fraud.
Fugitive apprehension of bail. I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not sure he had patch or something. But he stopped his car. He sat there driving all over the road and going to kill someone. Yes, from your guys and stuff. He flagged us down and we came over here to see what's going on.
The officers take a moment to look over the legitimacy of the patrol car in question.
I don't know if that's real or not. I mean,
the first problem is the police officers can't figure out if it's real or not. That's a major red flag, right? So that means he might have already interacted with some police officers and got away with things and nobody knew. This is a major red flag.
yeah.
This is not going to be a felony stop. I'm going to go to 3 with some more information.
Federal application.
Questioning the legitimacy of the plates, the officer forwards the information to dispatch to get an answer.
It's going to be out of Ohio. It's Ocean Frank Adam Paul 39. It might come back as the Ohio Fugitives Task Force. I'm not sure if this is law enforcement or what.
That is the case. 120 Marconi Boulevard is the registered address. It is listed as Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program.
In an absolutely unbelievable twist of events, it turns out the vehicle was actually registered to the Columbus Division of Police Headquarters.
So my thing that disturbed me about this case is how can just some random dude that, yes, he's a bail bondsman, right? We're going to find that out in a few minutes. He is one of those people who helps capture people who skip out on their bail, okay? Totally get it. Fine, legit work. You get licensed to do that. How the hell does this maniac register his vehicle to the police headquarters? All right, that's what I don't get. Right? Obviously, they're going to describe in a minute, which most people who are in law enforcement know, that address is registered on the vehicles for safety of actual police officers, people who are in law enforcement. Why does a random civilian have their car registered to the police headquarters?
The information causes the officer to say,
It's real. 120 Marconi. All right, so it's coming back to your guys' HQ. So I don't know. We'll figure out what we got. All right.
Well, that's the Fugitive Task Force guy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
That guy's always all over the place.
What's the task force?
What's he doing for anybody? Like, good question.
I called on them.
Yeah, that's...
No, I waved them down. He was going to kill everybody on the road.
What's going on?
Dude, he was going 11 on the road, went in front of 3 other people. I'm off duty right now. I'm going home. I got all my gear in the back. I can show him my credentials and everything.
Yeah, all right. We checked everything.
Yeah, what's up? He was...
He's even using their lingo, right? I'm off duty, right? I have all my gear in the back. Now, you're a bail bondsman, right? You're not and if you look up the Ohio Fugitive Task Force, I'm going to look that up for you guys so you guys can see. Like, this guy is literally not the apprehension. I'm going to put task force because that's initially what they're searching him under, right? I'm going to share the screen to this really quick. A collaborative district-wide law enforcement effort spearheaded by the U.S. Marshals Service. Right? So for some reason, they're mistaking this guy with a very legitimate law enforcement organization. And he's going around the city that he lives in. I think it's, I don't know if they don't mention it just for privacy. Because if you notice here, right, they didn't show his face. They blurred out his face, which I don't believe they should do. If there's somebody who is endangering the public, showing himself as impersonating a law enforcement officer, stopping people and pretending that he's a cop, people should know what he looks like. I don't think he should just be able to get away with having stopped hundreds of people that thought they were being apprehended by a legitimate law enforcement officer. I would be pissed if I found out that I was pulled over by some RoboCop, some mall cop, who's not even a real law enforcement officer. All right? So let's continue.
Real problem. So I just stopped and I flagged I saw the Mark Columbus police officer. I flagged him down. I said, you need to go talk to them right now. That's it.
Do you have a badge number?
These images, exclusively obtained by our channel's investigative reporting team, reveal what the mysterious agent presented to the officer. We have redacted any personally identifiable information. Notice the seal of the United States embellished on both the badge and ID, hinting at federal authority. The design also heavily resembles an FBI badge. Compare for yourself.
That is some audacity, to create this Party City police badge and ID. No, it's not coming from anywhere. Like, that's not a registered license with the state. That's just some ID that this buffoon created for himself. But the police are looking at this and they have no idea that it's fake, that it's not related to any local, state, federal law enforcement.
Wow. Oh, federal. Okay.
Note that, at least from the perspective of our visuals, there only appears to be one officer speaking to the mysterious driver after he is asked if he is a federal officer. This will be important later.
What is it? Your badge number? Do you have that?
7937.
79. Okay, that's good. Just that way I can put it in the call.
It's a no ops. So I don't know how you guys want to deal with it. You can deal with it. It's first one out here. Yeah. Yep.
He said it's a no ops, right? Meaning the person who's driving doesn't have an operational license, right? As a fugitive apprehension bondsman, why would you know that terminology? Why are you using it casually? So he's just out here finding people who are driving without a license and giving them to the police officers. This is ridiculous. This is such a breach of constitutional rights of everybody who's involved in these traffic stops with him. But he's been getting away with it because they have no idea he's not a real cop.
I was punting to him, so I don't know.
Try to make a traffic stop on somebody? Yeah, on Mark's car? What the fuck? He's a fugitive task force guy, but he's the one that calls in all this stuff.
Now, fugitive, again, we saw the Fugitive Task Force is a legitimate organization. That is literally Marshal Service, Homeland Security. It's all those law enforcement agencies that are sort of beneath the surface that we don't really see out, like it's not obvious who they are, right? That's who they're thinking that this guy is. And he's a bail bondsman. A bail bondsman. You know what? I always think about these types, like they get these law enforcement adjacent careers because for whatever reason, and we'll see for him, he couldn't be a cop for a reason. But for whatever reason, these types are always going to be, they're going to get these adjacent roles to the law enforcement and be trying to operate as if they're some sort of authority figure. You know what I mean? And they're literally thinking he's from the Fugitive Task Force, which is decorated law enforcement officers.
I thought it was you guys.
That's the main reason we stopped. We're like, some civilian on here making traffic stops?
Yeah. He was just, I flagged down the first marked car that I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a real problem on the road.
So he's going 11 miles an hour?
He was going 11 down here. He tried to drive into two other cars. The one person got a little bit road ragey on him.
Yeah.
And was following.
So the reason why he pulled over this suspect with no ops is because he's driving 11 miles in active snow. Like, this is just ridiculous. I would be so mad. Now imagine if somebody gets into an altercation with this type and pews him. Do they go to jail for murder? Red rum? Like, it doesn't even, this is just insane. It's literally a civilian just making the decision to be a police officer, even though he's a bail bondsman. Looking for the people who are escaping bond. Good for you, sir. You know, you're helping to save the state money. You're sort of operating in a law enforcement capacity, right? You have no authority, but you can apprehend suspects. You know, that's very different. Chuck says, proud of you, bald head, small head. Thank you so much, Chuck. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is just ridiculous. You know, this is a bail bondsman who's literally playing traffic cop, patrol officer. You know, why would he be pulling people over for driving slow in the snow? And then just to say, oh, he got no ops, he had no ops. How do you know he has no driver's license, right? If he didn't listen to your commands, then how do you know? Obviously, this guy is getting information on civilians as a civilian himself with no authority. Like, this is crazy. Let's continue.
Like, real close. The one guy that was going to, like, I think they're going to fight. So I just hit the lights on him real quick. He stopped right here in the middle of the intersection. I gave him commands 11 times on my...
I gave him commands 11 times. Sir, what authority do you have as a civilian to command another civilian to do anything? Like, he has zero authority, and he's talking about making commands. The best he can do is bargain, you know? And even then, the person on the receiving end doesn't have to do anything that he's saying. You know, so it's kind of crazy. Like, he's talking like he's a police officer, literally.
On my radio with the lights on, turn right, turn right, turn right, get off the road, you can follow any instructions. I was.
And now let's say that this is a fugitive, right? Because that's where he would have not authority, but he could apprehend and do a citizen's arrest. He would have to say, I am such and such with the Ohio Bondsman Apprehension Program. He would have to let the civilian know that he's also a civilian. Now, the people who are driving the vehicle that he stopped don't speak English, so they have no idea what he's saying anyways, right? But he doesn't say he's not a police officer. He presents himself like a police officer by giving commands and flashing the red and blue lights. You know, so this guy's insane. Let's keep hearing.
I got no gear on right now. Everything's in the back, right? I saw the Columbus officer right here. I say, hey, flip around, and then that's where we're at.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot.
Are we good?
Yeah.
So he pretty much tries to clean up what he did by saying that he pulled over a Columbus police officer to alert him of the fact that a person was driving slow in the snow, and he made a citizen's apprehension or whatever.
Appreciate it.
It's no ops and language line. Do you want my card?
Sure, why not?
Just in case, whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
The mysterious driver claims to be part of the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program, but officers may be confusing him with the legitimate U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, seeing as they've said task force numerous times at this point. Unlike local law enforcement, these task forces specialize in specific cases and operate within particular legal bounds. Charles Sanso, a Marshal Service supervisor for the task force in their area known as the Southern Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Strike Team or Task Force, so fast for short, clarifies their procedures. Before a task force can pursue a wanted criminal, a fugitive identification number must be issued and a warrant must be validated. Non-federal task force members have the singular duty of pursuing fugitives and don't have any of the other responsibilities of full-time deputy U.S. Marshals. Typically, fugitive agents avoid interacting with stops like this one due to the questionable legality of the situation, as they can only pursue wanted criminals under those circumstances.
So they can only pursue wanted criminals. Somebody driving in the snow is not a wanted criminal. It doesn't matter that they can't speak English. It doesn't matter that they don't have a driver's license. He basically illegally pulled these people over. And even if he were in said task force that he's basically pretending to be part of, he still wouldn't have the legal bounds to do it.
Supposed federal officer stopping a non-fugitive for going 11 miles per hour is likely leading to confusion among officers.
Appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good night.
That's weird, right? Yeah. He's 1055. He's always calling on BS stuff. That guy right there. Yeah.
You guys have seen him before?
Yeah.
He's always over here doing
I've never seen him before. He's always calling and stuff about 48s and stuff. He's like people from like people out of state. They're saying, like, dude, what do you want us to do with it?
And he's like legit though.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Because that's what we were trying to figure out.
So the cops are chatting about the fact that he always does this. He's been doing this. That's crazy. They had no idea that this guy had no authority to be doing what he was doing.
We were like, is this guy real?
I thought it was either you guys or I was like, I was a security. Then I was like, but yeah, he's no ops, and I don't know how we're going to handle it.
Yeah,
So,
I'll see what's going on.
okay. Cool. Language line, by the way, too, Spanish. So.
I love that.
Yeah.
At this point, the officers let the mysterious cruiser leave so they can focus on the driver he allegedly pulled over. As you may have heard already, the pulled over individual requires a translator, and he is allegedly no ops or has no operator's license. The officers communicate with him by utilizing a human translator over their radio. They find that the driver is a 20-year-old Hispanic male traveling with other non-speaking individuals. This could possibly be the reason why he didn't immediately pull over when he was instructed to do so by the mysterious cruiser. Allegedly, the passengers in the vehicle also do not have driver's licenses on them. After communicating with the driver, the officers reconvene about the situation.
Let me just say, too, how lucky were these individuals? Like, not riding dirty, but pretty much in this car. This was the best scenario for them to be in this vehicle. No driver's license, all of them unlicensed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the best case scenario. And also, but to be honest, they weren't really doing much. They were driving 11 miles in the snow, obviously probably in fear of causing damage to a vehicle that they're not supposed to be driving in the first place. And here comes RoboCop, or not RoboCop, but Mall Cop, right? To just pull him over and flag down a real police officer as if he's just caught a real fugitive criminal.
What are you going to do with it, Ross? Yeah.
The officers are likely hesitant to pursue the situation due to the questionable legitimacy of the initial traffic stop. Under the Fourth Amendment, individuals cannot be unreasonably seized without probable cause. If probable cause is lacking, any related searches or seizures violate this right. The potential that an individual may not have been stopped unless someone impersonated an officer is a serious violation of the Constitution and opens up the potential for a lawsuit. The officers are wisely hesitant to take any action against the driver.
Why is he making traffic stops on my car?
Dude, I thought we were coming out to something good, though.
That's
like
what
you were
I thought.
saying, like, good job.
Then we walked up there like no one's near the car, and I was like, so
Yeah.
And I did make a fucking traffic stop.
You did.
Get out of my car.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing.
And this was the moment, like, I think that it started to click for them that he is not a legitimate law enforcement officer, right? He's someone operating on the fringes. He has little to no authority, and he made a traffic stop, and he's been fooling people, you know. So it's clicking for them. They're just like, oh damn, this guy, he's not a fucking cop. He's not a police officer, yet he pulled somebody over. We're watching some body cam footage. This is somebody who seems to be impersonating the police.
Yeah. So you guys never dealt with him on second? See, he's
No.
kind of popular.
I've seen the car, but they were all lined up here like a felony stop. I'm like, what in the world? And I was like, this has got to be Franklin County. And then I didn't see any marks. So I was like,
because he has the yellow letters up there like it's Franklin County
on the front license plate.
yeah. And me and Columbus were talking, and like, is this guy real? Like, is he a real?
So does he just drive around and do whatever the fuck he wants, or like?
Yeah, I guess he reads like plates and he gives like locations of people.
I want to check this guy for warrants, and we're gonna be done with this.
According to his police report, the officer confirms that the individual does not have any warrants. The officer then uses a translation app to let the driver know he needs to call a licensed driver to leave the scene.
Comprende? Cool.
The officer did not issue any citations as he was uncertain of the validity of the traffic stop, and so he drove off, leaving the white car behind. This officer couldn't shake the idea that a federal...
You know, and they just said, we're taking out. And that's the best case scenario for those people who were clearly riding without any documentation. What's going on, Alvin? This is just crazy, you know? But what are they going to do with this fake wannabe cop?
Fugitive task force officer would be making low-level traffic stops. Leaving no stone unturned, the officer used the business card the mysterious driver handed him and decided to do a little homework on exactly what the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program actually is. What he found likely brought him great concern for the situation. In the report, he details he found the website for the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program to be ohiofap.com. We checked the website ourselves to find it is now a parked domain that is not active. However, at the time of this officer's research, he described the website as a single landing page that shows the seal of the Ohio Department of Insurance and a picture of the badge that was presented to the officer. Using Internet Archival Services and context from the police report, we've recreated what the website may have looked like to the officer at the time of his research. We've censored any contact information. At the bottom, it stated that the organization was founded by veterans. It also stated that the organization is actively recruiting licensed agents and sworn officers. Reports by news outlets that came at a later date revealed even more details about the mysterious driver. At the time of publishing this video, he is still listed as an active member of the Ohio Bail Agents Association. This association allows certain entities to apprehend individuals to court only under the specific circumstance that they are out on bond. In other words, he's a bail bond agent, who according to WBNS 10 owns the nonprofit called the Ohio Federal Apprehension Program. And
so he's a bail bondsman, all right? He's not any type of authority. He doesn't even have the right to be stopping anybody for a traffic stop. None of that. Everything that he's done so far, that just that evening, was against the law. Right? Literally, even for a U.S. Marshal or someone who's not U.S. Marshal, someone who's part of the task force that they were just talking about, they don't even have the authority to arrest somebody to stop somebody in the way that he stopped those people in that car.
And under no authority has any legal right to use flashing lights or a mock police cruiser to pull over random citizens. In fact, if we take a look at the badge the man used to allegedly represent himself with on his person and on his website, you'll find he may have opened himself up to even more legal trouble. This badge lists the word enforcement, which may not seem like a big deal at first. However, under Ohio law, bail bond agents are restricted from referring to themselves as bounty hunters or bail enforcement agents, the key word being enforcement. Under
Yeah, they can't call themselves that because it would be impersonating authority, right? You're not enforcing a goddamn thing, right? You work within the bounds of even a bondsman, which is you can't arrest anybody who's not an active fugitive. You have no enforcement authority at all. The only thing that you can enforce is the capture or the seizure of somebody who is a fugitive of the state. And even then there needs to be he needs to go through a judge. He can't just be on the street and decide, hey, I ran this person's plates. This is a car full of people with no license and driving a vehicle that's not even theirs, right? He doesn't have the right to do that. It's not part of his job, even if he were a actual a fugitive task force agent.
Under this law, if a bail bond agent is found guilty of doing this 3 times, it is considered a felony. On top of that, the officer discovered that anyone from the general public could purchase this badge from several online retailers.
Like I said, Party City badge, Party City police ID. That is ridiculous. That means basically I can pick one of these up and say I'm part of the Rhode Island task force, bandit capture task force. This is crazy.
According to an interview conducted by NBC4 Columbus, officials confirmed that this situation was one of many conducted by this man. Westerville Police Department's Detective Lieutenant Justin Alloway had this to say about the man. I know one person that he did stop. He actually placed under arrest because they had a warrant for their arrest. However, it wasn't a felony warrant that he had a contract to be able to actually arrest that person. How they discovered this information may baffle you. For now, let's move back to where we left off. The next night, officers then get together to apprehend the suspect roughly 20 hours after the initial traffic stop was conducted. They park their cruisers down the street and make their way to their targeted house on foot.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, you remember me from last night?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
So we had a couple more developments about that traffic stop. Can you come out here and talk to me?
Yeah. Let me get a socks and shoes on.
Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. For unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer.
I have done none of that.
You have the right to remain silent.
For what?
So they obviously arrest him. But for him to say, I have done none of that, like you literally turned yourself into the police. You pulled over a Columbus police officer and said, come get these people. I pulled them over. They wouldn't listen to my commands. That's unlawful detainment, and he's just going to play dumb. Now, listen to his wife as well. It could lead to someone getting seriously hurt. It can lead to someone getting seriously hurt. But he thinks that he's playing, hero cop or something, catching people driving without a license. Wow, you're a big bad guy. So,
things they can't be used against you in court of law. You understand?
I do. Jess, I don't know what's happening right now. What is happening?
We'll explain it to you in just a minute, but we're gonna do what we need to do and make sure everybody's safe, okay? Okay.
The officers immediately read him his Miranda rights. Although he voices some resistance to the legitimacy of his arrest, he complies to each command the officers give.
What is happening?
Under arrest, sir, for impersonating a police officer.
How did I impersonate a police officer? I never impersonated any police officer ever.
We will explain all that later.
As the man is taken to the real patrol car, another officer stays behind to explain the situation to who they assume is the man's wife.
So I'm Officer Ross of Westerville. Last night, there was a traffic stop made on South Cleveland Avenue. Your husband initiated that traffic stop with red and blue lights and stopped a car and detained an individual. He's not a licensed police officer in the state of Ohio, and that is unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer. So, and based on the evidence that we have right now, he's not and never has been a police officer. He can't do that.
Okay.
All of these are misdemeanor charges.
He has a license for bail bonds.
Bail
and insurance.
bonds.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, he made a traffic stop on somebody.
Okay, but I know he only did that for the good of, he felt like that was necessary.
Felt like it was necessary for what? For what? He's not a police officer, ma'am. You see, like right behind the Delulu man is the Delulu woman cheering him on. He's not a cop. You should have encouraged him to go to the police academy. Otherwise, he has no authority to just pull someone over because they're driving without a freaking license.
I understand. However,
okay,
the significance of this goes a little bit beyond just the criminal law, and there is a constitutional violation of Fourth Amendment that happened. Somebody's constitutional rights got violated, and their liberty was taken from them.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, that means she knows. That means every time he pulls one of these people over, he calls her and be like, babe, I caught someone that's driving without a license. I'm a hero. And this dummy is cheering on. Yes, babe, oh my God. You should have made it into the police academy, babe. Like right behind a Delulu man is a Delulu woman. Trust me, I've been one before. There always is. This is crazy. Yeah, she definitely do. It's ridiculous. Yeah, he thought if someone was breaking the law, he could have called the real police and had them deal with it. I'll never understand how this isn't a felony. It's not a felony. And watch what's going to happen. Let's see if they're going to hold him accountable, I should say.
I mean, this is not at this time. I mean,
Stand up, block.
yeah, I kind of came out of nowhere. So we were just watching the Chiefs and Bills game. Like,
Try to be as respectful as possible.
no, and you have been. It just really kind of. Okay.
Do you know if he has the original Ohio license plate for that? Because the plate that's on there is like a plate that someone made somewhere.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, that's fine. But just in case we need to come back in, we
Yeah, no, I mean, you can. I just, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll talk to him.
As you just heard, the current plates that were on the vehicle were plates that were likely bought from a third-party website. He has a legal license plate under the same tag number, but he swapped out the plates for the more official-looking color. Soon enough, the officers head back out to the real...
Which, by the way, you're not allowed to do, right? You could absolutely put a border, like you could put like a outline. For example, like my college sells these things that you can put on the outside of your license plate, but you can't alter your license plate and create a new one. That you're not allowed to do. Whatever license plate you end up with has to be registered with the state. So, he was breaking laws even. Trying to protect
cruiser where the man is apprehended.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Can you explain this, please? Go ahead and take a seat. We'll explain it. No, that definitely looks like a police car. It even has a computer and everything.
This is crazy. He got something that he can look up people's criminal records and things like that using some databases, right? So he's literally trying to give the impression that he's a law enforcement officer. He has the lights, he has equipment. This is unreal, and I've heard of these type of people operating all over the place. I mentioned earlier in the stream that this actually happened to my siblings, except they didn't pull over because they had heard about these rent-a-cops trying to make themselves, the bounty hunters of certain areas. And he said that vehicle was following him for a while, with these lights on, pretending to be an officer. But he didn't look like one, so he didn't pull over. But imagine how many people have allowed this fake authority to pull them over, question them, get their identification, run their plates. Like, that's scary.
Dude, he's a bed in there too. Yeah, he's sleeping there. Dude, he has. Dude, if I was an average citizen, I would think that was a good cop. Right.
We ran the number like some extra thing, like a burner phone or something.
But it's just like a third party, like voicemail box. Basically, you can get one. Those shirts in there though look pretty. It says to a fugitive tax court, fugitive agent.
I don't know how you get those shirts though.
Your bail bonds, and you can't have a.
I don't know how he's got Marconi as his address.
Yeah.
I don't either.
That's when you go to any DMV or you present a badge and credit, they really have people really paying attention. So you said what? He said you have more stuff than you do?
Yeah, like gear and stuff.
Oh, really?
That's weird. Medical bag.
Like I mentioned, I definitely had heard about it. Like we heard about it over here in the East Coast because there was some people going around doing this at night, and some people reported them because they were like, you know, this car that we can't tell, we couldn't tell if it was a real officer or not. He didn't have a real badge. He pulled us over. So there was like some warnings going around. But, you know, my sibling didn't pull over. He was actively being pursued by this vehicle with lights on that was like trying to insinuate that they were an officer, but they didn't have a legit looking vehicle. It wasn't legit, essentially. So this has been going around. I didn't know they had caught a group. I hope it's not from over here in the East Coast. But yeah, apparently this is a thing. You know, these apprehensions.
Name like dude bag I have, but he's got that little drink bottle thing on the side. I'm like, how did I get one of that? That's kind of nice. I don't want to say he's one dedicated, but I mean, his work gear.
He does. Just no authority. If he wants it so bad, just go to the class. Huh? I mean, like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, with all the stuff that he has.
Yeah, I guess.
What the officer mentions here might be alluding to the man's troubling past. According to court records, the man once faced charges for petty theft, operating without a license, tag violations,
Wow. So he knows a whole lot about that no ops, huh? So he's a former criminal himself, and he's over here chasing down these innocent people. You know, the audacity, William. He has an audacity. Okay, imagine that. Imagine that. You know, that's like a former bank robber hunting bank robbers. It doesn't make any sense. Let's continue.
driving while on a suspended license and reckless driving.
So he, right, in the past, oh, this is a major projection. All right, let's get a little psychological here. This is major projection, right? He is a known, or not known, but I would say he's an ex-criminal, right? Going around, driving without a license, driving on a suspended license, no tags, petty theft, reckless driving. This is things that he does. Now, he's going to go out and look for people who do that stuff and help the police? Yeah, he couldn't even go to the academy if he wanted to. That's like when you said that. When you had mentioned that, I was like, oh, man, this guy's, he wouldn't have made it in no academy. He wouldn't have made it in any legitimate academy because he is a criminal himself, right? And the audacity to go around pulling people over, right? With the history that you have, right? The things that you used to do when you were in the streets. That's hella projection. Did you go to jail for it? Right? Obviously, you lived to see another day. So now you said, for the rest of my days, I'm going to apprehend everybody who was driving around without a license, driving out with no tags, right? 11 miles is driving recklessly. This is crazy. Dude, there's a lot of criminals in the police. Yeah, but this guy's not a police officer. He's not a police officer. He couldn't even be one if he wanted to, right? And he's just out, you know, imagine you're riding dirty and you run into this guy. He has the audacity, you know, to pull people over when that is his criminal history. And I say this is major projection. You know, that's what it's giving. It's giving major projection. It's giving he's probably trying to make up for it in some weird way. He knows he can never be a cop, but he can do the things that police officers do, I guess, right?
The reckless driving charge came to be after it was amended from an operating while intoxicated charge. Of those charges, he was found guilty. He also faced charges in the past for improperly transporting a firearm, had a different impaired driving charge, and had one charge of disorderly conduct, but those were dismissed.
We haven't got What's a woman not hiring, but someone else will.
They read his Miranda rights again to be sure he understands them. Afterwards, they continue explaining the situation to the apprehended individual.
Those plates are fictitious. They're not the original Ohio plates that came on it.
Correct.
That being said, that vehicle is parked illegally without real license plates.
Okay, I've talked to the state. All of that is in process. I think that there's a miscommunication here. My intention is never to impersonate law enforcement. I've never identified myself as such. I am licensed with the state. I am a fugitive recovery agent. Every interaction I've had with anybody, I've had all you guys involved. It was a safety issue on the plate just because of the nature of the job. Right.
What job? Your job as a bail bondsman? Your job as a bail bondsman. Is that what we're like? He acts like he's a cop. Yeah, right. This is ridiculous, though. He's a hot mess, and he has some nerve to be pulling people over. To be sure he understands them, right? This is crazy.
It's the same reason that my driver's license comes back to Marconi.
Right.
And it's a safety issue. It's not to impersonate anybody. It's to keep my family safe.
Once this is said and done, that emergency equipment is going to have to come off of there.
Okay.
So,
but again, that's it's still on an application with the AG's office.
To get to the meat and potatoes of things, an individual was detained, and their Fourth Amendment rights were violated. And in the process of that, red and blue lights were activated on that roadway with that address and everything coming back to 120. That's impersonating a police officer.
It wasn't the intention. So, it was public safety, and it was to wave down a Columbus police officer. I used the lights to signal for them to come because they were going to do harm to other people on the car. Okay. Which I do have the videos along with that.
So the harm that they were going to do was driving 11 miles per hour. Like, this is ridiculous. He has the nerve to be sounding holier than thou. This is why I said behind every Delulu man is a Delulu woman, because she heard him say all this stupid stuff. And she egged him on. She said, yes, he's doing a good thing. Right? He's trying to make up for his terrible, terrible youth. You know, when he was young, all the stupid shit that he did. Now he's trying to make himself as if he's above everyone, but he just did this shit. He just did it. You know? Like, you don't get to just flip now and become police authority. That's not how it works. That's why police officers, you can't become one if you have a criminal record. He's acting like the guy was pew-pewing out the window while driving and something. He didn't say to anyone, sir, except maybe people from you. Right. He thinks he's above everyone. Yeah, he thinks he's above these quote-unquote criminals. Like, you are one. You are one. You know, trying to pretend that you're a police officer doesn't make you any different.
Unbelievably, it appears the man went as authentic as possible, even suiting himself up with body cam footage. After getting a warrant and going through the footage, officers were able to see this man made numerous stops, and this is where the Westerville detective lieutenant learned the man arrested someone without the proper credentials to do so. As for his license plate address being listed at Columbus Police Headquarters, Detective Lieutenant Justin Alloway also had some thoughts on this as well.
Well, no, right? Because they told us in the video, right? They described it. They don't have rights like police officers. They have limited rights, which are specifically to the people that are that they have warrants to detain. Right? When they get a when they get a warrant to detain somebody, a contract is drawn between the judge, the police officers, and that fugitive recovery agent. So that's like all done. That's where all of the authority comes from. You don't just have authority as a recovery agent. You have to get it for every specific fugitive that you're seeking. You don't have blanket authority. So no, it's not the same as the police. But you know, I think it's interesting that people have these beliefs. This is why people are able to get one over on people, because people really don't know what they're talking about, but they think they know. And so somebody will come and say, hey, I have the right to do this. I'm a recovery agent. No, you don't. if I'm an active fugitive, if you have a warrant specifically to be able to apprehend me, which is a contract between you, the judge, and the state, okay, then that person has the right to apprehend me. Otherwise, they don't. So him going around with a body cam and making traffic stops, like he's doing too much. He's literally playing cops and robbers at this point. Let's continue. Only a few minutes left in this video anyways.
He told ABC6 News that's a privilege that's reserved for police officers to protect their home address. He had to file paperwork with the BMV showing that he is a peace officer, and that was obviously fraudulently done, so that could rise to a felony charge in the future.
Gave you my card. You did. Everything I thought was above board. If there's an education here, if I crossed, I don't think that this needs to be an arrestable situation. We can figure out a way.
He even thinks he can talk himself out of being apprehended by real police officers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I would want to be one either, but he doesn't have the authority to be one. He doesn't have the authority to do anything that he did, right? Only police officers do. And that's why he's getting in trouble.
That I can say, okay, did I misstep?
I absolutely believe that you meant well. But based on our conversation last night, you told me that you activated your overhead lights, stopped the car, gave him 11 commands over the PA, pull to the right. You initiated.
I asked him to get off the roadway while the Columbus officer was coming.
And the Columbus officer said you had him stop. The Columbus
He wouldn't move. He was just stopped dead in the road. He was just sitting in the middle of a green light. And I saw the Columbus officer. I hit the lights. And I waved him over and I said, hey, you got to get this guy right now. You got to get him. He goes, hey, who are you with? I said, I'm with the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program. That's exactly who. Right. We're a nonprofit, state of Ohio, right? He goes, okay, cool. Do you have your ID? I showed it to him. I showed it to you. Gave the card. If I didn't hit the lights, I was afraid somebody was going to get hurt. And I feel like I was very transparent. You were the same one that came out with the suicide call, right?
I don't believe so.
The man seems to imply he was involved with police during a different incident.
I'm not recalling that.
So he's interacted with so many officers. He thinks he can say, hey, remember I helped you, find that other guy, the mentally ill guy. No, sir, you're not a police officer. And I would hate for some maniac like this to be around while somebody I love or I know is having a mental episode. Imagine him trying to get involved in detaining that person. That would be insane. That would be crazy.
We need to look at the intent. Right.
When we were speaking, I asked you for your badge number. You gave that to me. I said, so you're federal.
I don't believe I didn't respond.
You didn't respond.
No, I think I said, no, I'm state. And then the other guy was talking to me from the other side. I'm absolutely not federal.
This is a callback to the moment we asked you to note earlier. The man claims he was distracted by another officer speaking to him from the other side. Let's rewatch that moment.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're federal. Okay. What is it? Oh, wow. Oh, you're federal. Okay. What is it? You didn't respond? You didn't correct me?
No. I said, hey, do you want my card? Our organization is a nationwide organization, right? But we're licensed through the state of Ohio. Gotcha. Technically, are we federal?
Yeah,
the group is, but
they're not licensed through anything, right? They're what did they get? They're a nonprofit organization, right? That gets contracts through the state. They're not licensed at all, right? They're bail bondsmen. They're licensed as bondsmen, I would say. But they're not like a licensed law enforcement agency, which when he uses, that's why it's scary that he knows all of this police jargon, right? Because he could fool somebody who maybe is not as informed or knowledgeable of the chain of command and things like that. He can very easily manipulate his way into more information, into harming people. And he's very comfortable using this language with the police officers. It's crazy.
I would never say I'm a federal agent or a nationwide agent or anything like that.
There is a serious issue. Their Fourth Amendment was put in jeopardy by somebody who didn't have the authority to do it. While you may have meant well, we have to pursue it.
I understand.
So
you've pursued it.
The arrest is a done deal.
This was something that we just stood up. My real job, this could destroy my livelihood. I didn't destroy their livelihood. I believe that they were highly intoxicated. I don't know how the rest of it. I didn't even hang around.
The officer takes a moment here to ask the man if he knows where the real license plates are for the vehicle. The officer offers a courtesy in that if he can replace the plates, they won't tow the vehicle. However, the man shares a more shocking anecdote about what is in his unofficial cruiser.
Shotguns in there, and some other stuff, right? That if you want to put that in the garage there,
okay,
that way it's not hanging out.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Are you warm enough?
No.
All right.
The officer suggests an even deeper courtesy, brainstorming other options if the man or his wife cannot find and replace the plates.
The other option is just have her pull that thing into the driveway and park the other car behind it. I don't care if you put the plate on or not. I don't know if you care. If she just wants to pull it in, I'd say let him do that and be done.
I've never driven it, but I guess I'll figure it out.
That way, because it doesn't have any plates on it. Do you know how to get the shotgun out of it?
No, I
No.
don't.
Don't cry now, buddy.
I'll figure it out, I guess.
Now she want to cry. You just said you thought he was doing the right thing. He obviously wasn't. Why are you crying, honey? Why are you crying? You should have encouraged his stupid ass to stop pulling over people he had no authority to be in contact with. Now you want to be crying. Go get the car, get the gun out of the car, and keep it pushing. Get him a good lawyer. Right? The tears, it's enough. It's enough for the tears. She believed him. Yeah, I think she thought he was doing good. She thought he was out there being a savior to the community. Yeah. He's about to go to jail. He's about to lose his job. Oh, he's about to lose his job. I think that if he has been impersonating a law enforcement officer a certain amount of times, he might actually lose his ability to be a apprehension specialist. See, I was about to call him a federal apprehension agent, and he's not. He never was. Hey, Teresina Heron, what is going on? He had he thought he was a savior in the community. He thought he was saving people. He was helping get those operating without a license bandits off the road. He's been one before. No, he's a bondsman. Yeah, it's crazy. He's a bondsman. He's a bondsman. You know, cops don't care about anyone crying. Yeah, they don't care at this point. Especially because she's out there like he thought he was doing good. You thought he was doing good too. You heard the BS he was out there doing, knowing he's not a cop, and you said yes, he was just trying to help the people. Help the people how? If he wanted to be a police officer, he would have did well in his life, you know, not been a petty thief, not been driving around riding dirty, right? He would have been an honorable, upstanding citizen, which they're, you know, it's questionable if they actually truly are upstanding citizens, but nonetheless, he would have been one so that he can enter the police force, but that didn't happen. And now he's over here just playing traffic cop. And he's not even a legitimate officer to pull anyone over. You know, it's kind of sick. They would sit at home laughing about their day being a menace to society. Yeah, exactly. I bet you he would get home and they would just kiki about all the people that he picked up and you know, held authority over. He must have felt so, like, such a big guy. Yeah, he should have just called the cops and said, "Hey, there's a vehicle. You know, I'm a bail bondsman. If you guys want me to help." You know, if he really wanted to get involved. But he had no authority to be out here trying to, you know, apprehend people and give them commands over a public, you know, not public, what is it? Those things where the bullhorn or whatever. He's literally sitting there pretending that he's making an actual traffic stop. Yes, Empress, he's playing traffic cop. Like, this is ridiculous.
Are you able to grab his wallet? Pardon me, I'm so sorry.
This is almost like, you know, NBA YoungBoy pretending to be a doctor, right? Did you guys hear about that? He got like a year on that charge, pretending to be a doctor.
Yes. Yep. I'm not taking it for evidence or anything like that. He wanted it, so
Okay.
I'm not. I'm being straight up with you.
No, I know. I'm sorry. This is really like.
Not gonna lie, I want to see his body cam footage. I want to see the general confusion in these people's face when this bandit comes out of his car like, dude, what are you doing? You're speeding. Not even a cop. I would steal. I would be like, I would be like, we need a fight. We need a fight. I would be calling people to jump him or something. Like, this is just ridiculous. And the messed up part is he even seemed legit to the police officers. They had to do digging because they couldn't tell the difference.
I see what you're saying. This is out of nowhere, and it's a lot.
Yeah, I'll figure the car out. Just let me get some shoes and a coat on.
So yeah, this is what was presented to me last night.
When I was with the Federal Reserve, all federal badges like that.
Yeah, I don't like that they're concealing his Teresina says the wannabe doctor knows they had his face all up in the camera. Right, I don't like that they're shielding this man because the public should know who is not a police officer and pretending to be one. Right, if he wants to be a federal apprehension agent, maybe he should go to a different state at this point. Like, everyone should know that he's not a cop. I'd love to see that body cam footage. Yeah, me too. I would love to see it. Because it's probably funny. It's probably funny, and also there's probably way more constitutional violations. And that's probably why they're like, no, we're not going to show this body cam footage. It's ridiculous. Her world is crushed. Well, she should have been crushed the first time she heard this idiot pulling over somebody that he had no authority to pull over. Right? Because I do think to some extent, like, your partner should be checking you on your delusion if they know about it. Right? Like, you're not a cop, honey. You shouldn't be pulling people over. I don't think that's safe. Babe, that's not a good idea. Right? But perhaps she knew he was armed and he would be safe. But then she should be worried about the safety of those people who would be interacting with him. It's crazy. I don't think he's black is the reason why. Right, exactly, Teresina. I'm just saying. Exactly. We know that these type bandits can get away with this stuff. A lot of times the police will protect their identities for their safety, right? Yeah, they should let everyone see it. Yeah, I think they should put it on the morning, the Channel 5 news, whatever. We should all see it so that we know who's not a police officer and who's pretending to be one. So that if we run into him, we don't fall for it. Because one day something bad will happen. Something worse, right? He'll delete somebody will delete him. And then if they find out he was impersonating a police officer, then was that person within their rights? It's crazy. All right, let's continue. There's only a few minutes left in this one. I have some more. I have one, two. I'm going to do the AirTag one. Actually, I have two more. I'm going to try to speed through them because I kind of have to go, guys. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. In my culture, we celebrate on the 24th. We open presents at midnight. And the next day, we just have some fun. We're going to be baking cookies and stuff, decorating cookies and things like that. But I have to get going. So I have two more videos. We're going to do one guy who's suspected of his 9th DUI, right? 9th. I don't know how he's on the road with 9 DUIs. And then one person who happens to be a military man was able to apprehend his baggage using an AirTag. All right, so a few more minutes and we'll get into those next stories.
All federal officers and federal agents have badges that look like this.
Oh, shit.
$44 on something like that.
Oh, yeah, I would take the badge and ID.
Yeah.
Or you take pictures at minimum.
Yeah.
He really believes this stuff.
Unless he's found some kind of loophole in the law to be out here doing this, but still can't be stopping the car, so he can screw himself there. Right.
And I spoke with your wife. We're just going to have her pull the vehicle here into the driveway so it's safe and we don't have to worry about it.
When do you do it?
What's that?
When do you do it? She's not.
Yes, guys, do me a favor. Please hit that like button for me, okay? I'm bringing you guys some interesting content. If you could do me the favor of hitting the like button, I would appreciate it.
No, just you know how to drive the car. Just put it off wherever you want to put it.
Our policy dictates that we can't move it unless it's a public hazard, right? We can watch her that way she doesn't get anything anywhere or anything.
The officers tell the man he will likely be able to go on bail tonight as he'll only be facing misdemeanors. They give him a moment to tell his wife this before she moves the unofficial patrol vehicle.
We'll be home tonight.
Hey, I love you. I'll call you.
Just do something with the grateful.
No, it's not loaded. Just put it up there. No, it's not loaded. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it. We got cameras all over the house.
Why is it not turning off when I take the key out? I haven't driven a car with a key.
And I get it. This is all, a lot. But she's literally sitting there crying like, honey, I'm crying for the people who were pulled over by this fraud. She said, well, I see white arms. Honey, the fact that his face was blurred already told us everything we need to know, okay?
Castillo is on 27. Got the snap and hands off Cook over the right tackle.
Oh. That's different.
Yeah, well, yeah, for me too.
And you have my card if you have questions.
I do. Okay. Thank you.
According to court records, the man pled not guilty and was released the following day on his own recognizance, meaning he didn't have to pay a bail amount to avoid jail time. He faced 4 charges, 1 for impersonating an officer, 1 for unlawful restraint on a person's liberty, 1 for operating a vehicle bearing fictitious license plates, and 1 for prohibited use of flashing red and blue lights. Shortly after, police would get a warrant to search his vehicle and other properties. According to several news sources.
Oh, hold on, yo.
Police document would get, and 1 for prohibited use of flashing red and blue lights. Shortly after, police would get a warrant to search his vehicle and other properties. According to several news sources and police documentation, the police would find the interior of the squad vehicle had a computer that very closely resembled official use, a partition between the front and back seats of the vehicle, a shotgun mount, and of course a shotgun, what appears to be handcuffs, tactical gear donning the infamous badge along with several utilities, a taser,
So any person, right, hopefully operating under some type of capacity, whether it be business, news, you have to have some purpose that you're using it for. You have to do something called a Freedom of Information request. Now, I've written a letter, I've created a document for one of my organizations to use like a standard format. All you have to do is request them. Now, they can ask you for money. It doesn't have to be free, but all you have to do is put together a request, wait for the state to respond. You might have to pay a few dollars to get it. But sometimes things come back heavily redacted. Now, they're not allowed to redact so much, but any individual, especially operating a business or doing some sort of educating or just any like official capacity with it, they can request it. I've made plenty of freedom of information requests. You do have to pay a few dollars though. So I think that's what these channels do for the most part. Like I've seen, law enforcement officers do it. There's one that I watch all the time. That he's a retired officer from Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure that what they do is just request it from each police department, and then they're able to use it because it's public record. Anybody can anybody can ask for it. So I'd be loving these videos. Yeah, me too, because it's so much. Like you don't even know that this stuff be going on, right? Like besides the news, like the news channel getting all the information, they tend to nitpick what they actually show, right? A lot of crimes and things go unreported because there's just so much. You can't keep up with everything. So these body cam footages, they give us a lot of context that we don't see when we hear about these things in the news.
A handgun and, as mentioned earlier, dash and body cam equipment the man allegedly used to record himself with during different traffic stops he conducted. As far as his verdict goes, it appears his court case was initially pushed back to a later date, but the case was then entirely dismissed by request of the prosecutor less than a month after his arrest. With that being said,
So, like, this is my thing. they get to just dismiss it. Like, it doesn't matter that they found body cam footage of him, catching people that he had no business catching. It's almost like they're like, well, he was kind of helping us. Maybe they got him on some black ops stuff, like they got him unofficially working for the police or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
This case, this individual was not found guilty on any of the charges he faced, served no jail time, and got his court fees dismissed. The individual in this case is presumed innocent. We have posted the video to inform the public and allow you to form your own opinion. As of the time of public,
They should have posted his face too, because whether or not he got no charges, they should have posted his face. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's fair that they're protecting his identity, but I do think they were probably heavily suggested that they should redact his face. Yeah, it's wild. He's a danger because he's not a officer of the law and he's impersonating one. It's really weird. It's messed up. The cops did exactly what they were supposed to do by figuring out that this man was, working outside of his legal bounds. And, he was pretty much returned to the streets to continue to do it. All right, so let's see.
Publication, it is not clear if the prosecutor may file new charges at a later date, or if the matter may be taken up as a federal prosecution. It is unclear if the man still has access to the equipment or the vehicle involved in this case.
So pretty much he just got to go about his day. Crazy. All right, so let me put the next video. Yeah, they should show his face. It's annoying. Definitely privileged. He got away with it, so he's not going to stop. Yeah, I hope that he at least learns better than to do that. You know what I mean? Like, he should at least know better. I'm going to start with the next video. It's going to be and I'm only going to play about like 25 minutes of this video. This video is 40 minutes long. But this is this case is this one caught me off guard. This guy pretty much solved his own burglary case. I would say that using an Apple AirTag. So let's watch.
From the Wausau Police Department in Wisconsin responded to a report involving a potentially stolen backpack.
Good. Matthew?
Yes, sir.
Officer Austin, what's going on?
My bag got stolen today. I wouldn't really care for it, except there's military documents in there that I need.
So they called him Officer Austin. So I guess he's a military officer, even if he's not a police officer. So the bag was really important to him. Imagine you're just a petty criminal and you just happen to rob the backpack of a really important person. And now look at you, looking stupid.
I got pinged at this house right here. I knocked on both the doors and they said they don't want anything of it, but I was hoping it was at this house right here. I mean, it's kind of bugged around, but her and I drove here and it's been, I don't know. I mean, I looked in the grass. Maybe somebody threw out the window, but I can't find anything. And I tried to ping it and play a sound. It's like a black military, combat bag.
What's in it that you're tracking?
An AirTag. So I don't know. If, what an AirTag is.
And I'm gonna go ahead and praise him for, first of all, not getting involved with the people, like not trying to go up to them or antagonize them or anything. He pretty much just tried to look for his bag because he's like, I don't care about anything else. That backpack has his identity documents for the military. He needs that stuff,
Right. I wouldn't care if they took anything else, but there's a food binder in there. It has my banking information, my notes, I need that binder. They can.
Okay. I mean, it could very well just be in the garbage. Sounds like somebody answered the door though.
Oh, what's your name, man? Mario. Was it? Mario?
While one officer speaks with the man at the door, the other officer sends dispatch license plate information to see if any useful information comes up.
You got the backpack here, or?
I actually don't. I have neighbors, and he told me that he talked to them.
Okay. These neighbors over here? Okay.
Or these ones? I don't know. He came to this house.
Okay. Oh yeah, the AirTag is going right here.
What? At this address, it can be because I literally, there's nothing here.
Anybody else home right now, or?
No.
You got an idea or anything anymore?
I do. But I have to go to all these other
Gotcha.
And I just love how he had just such a great excuse. He said, it can't be because there's nothing in here. Okay, sir. Okay, you got it.
Okay. That's not bad. I was cleaning my car out, but that's okay.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know why I would be popping up here. I know everything I have in here. I don't think there's no military backpack. There
Are you
is
on
no
probation or anything like that, Mario?
Yeah.
Anybody else home that I can talk to that might be involved with taking a backpack
Nobody
or
here
anything
is
like that?
Like I said, the neighbors, anybody else in this area. I'm the only one here. I know what is in this house. And there's definitely no backpack in here.
All right, just I might come back to chat with you. I just think that you can close the door though. Which neighbor did he talk to?
You talked to that neighbor?
Reeks like weed again.
Shocking. 5962. Can you advise, were any purses or brown wallets taken from these vehicles? These garbage cans are full of purses and brown wallets.
Hi. So we had a string of vehicle thefts this morning, and one of the individuals that had an item taken had a backpack with an AirTag in it, and it's...
Yeah, he was just here.
Let me just say, he has some nerve to say, I know what's in here. It's not in here. And he has a trash can full of purses and wallets. Like, didn't even do a good job at hiding what he stole.
Okay, he already talked to you?
Yeah, I told him to try the next house over, like literally right around
the
corner. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids or anything at home that would be involved in?
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
There's credit cards here too.
I'm just gonna write paper on it. He's not on paper, so he can't 79. I have 5 minutes to write this.
Are you guys allowed to look through our property?
Hey, garbage? Yeah.
Didn't take the garbage out, so there shouldn't be nothing wrong.
All right. Yeah, hang tight. I'll come talk to you in a second. So I'm thinking we call John. I think we secured.
I just want to know what's going on because I drove by and I see y'all searching through my brother's trash.
Now, somebody in the chat said, this is the one where the sister pulls up. Yeah, she just, obviously she just knew something could be wrong if they're looking through her brother's trash can. She hops out the car immediately and confronts the police.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering what's going on. Someone's got to let me know what's going on.
Hey, car.
You live here?
I come here often and I drove by and see you guys searching my brother's garbage can, so I am just wondering what's going on.
Okay,
and there's cars out here.
You don't live here, you don't need to know right now.
Actually, I do. Mario, what's going on?
Tor, you have enough, can you run her?
Credit cards and stuff in the garbage bin, all the break-ins. The place reeks like weed. I think we could secure it quick. Write paper on it for take me 20 minutes to do it if we got enough bodies.
Who are they? Who are these people?
They're the ones who called us.
Okay, so they don't live
Henry
here.
Union.
What's going on?
So she is angry now because she sees the people with the AirTag, pretty much figuring out that they're the ones who robbed him. Now, I don't think it's ironic that she just happened to be driving by. I think at this point, her little brother or whatever he is to her, definitely let her know, like, hey, I think we're caught. And she must have been right nearby. Because you don't pull up with all this energy for somebody who you believe is innocent.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
So
why I just
he had a bag stolen.
My brother's garbage can.
Let me talk.
I actually been asking y'all to talk since I pulled up here. So yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
So he had a bag stolen from his car last night. Had an AirTag in it. AirTag places it somewhere between these two houses. So
you know who lives in the other houses?
We're talking with them right now. We're gonna go next door, but the AirTag shows
Okay,
it right
that's
here.
fine. Don't go searching through my brother's garbage can for shit. Y'all don't have the
property.
right to do that.
That's
And y'all
public
know
property.
better than that because y'all are police officers.
We
Don't
have
do
the-
no shit
we
like
have
that
the
without
authority to
permission.
do it.
Straight up.
We have the authority
It's really
to
that.
search the
No,
garbage.
you don't. Now without my brother's permission, you don't. That's illegal in a. I can't even search my neighbor's garbage can. So I know you can't search my brother's garbage can. Don't do nothing like that without his permission. Thank you.
These people are always experts in the law, you know? Crazy.
In 1988, the Supreme Court ruled in California versus Greenwood that individuals do not have an expectation of privacy as it relates to items they have voluntarily discarded in the trash. Although this woman voices her concerns, likely with the Fourth Amendment in mind,
You hear that? Anything that you voluntarily discarded as trash is now public property. Okay? It's now public property. So don't put any incriminating information or evidence about yourself in a trash can. Okay? Don't do it. Because it's public property.
searching of garbage cans outside of an individual's house is generally not something that can violate someone's right to a reasonable search and seizure. This is further supported by similar court cases within the state of Wisconsin, like State versus Cigaroa. On top of that, officers may have probable cause to obtain a search warrant regardless, considering the evidence of an AirTag pinging that location.
Yeah, and I mean, that's generally what the AirTag is for, right? A person, it's small, you can put it somewhere deep, a petty criminal isn't really going to think to look. Now, let me say this. This and other cases like this is going to teach criminals to look out for an AirTag. So either they're going to have to make it like ones that are built into certain items, like backpacks or laptops or something. Because now the dumb criminals are going to be like, yo, check if you got an AirTag. You know, and if you spit out gum or something, they can take that. Yeah, especially you spit it on the ground or if you spit it in the trash can. Those AirTags work. I have it for my headphones and they are never missing for long. Yeah, yep. I remember my brother's friend left one on a key and it was like my phone immediately picked it up. AirTag located on you. AirTag located on you. I was scared. I was like, wow, somebody put an AirTag on me. Come to find out it was from a key. So, definitely.
Okay. So what are we doing right now?
Here. All right, who else is home right now, Mario? Just you? All right, I'm going to have you step out.
Are you?
Have a seat for me. I'm going to be securing the residence because the residence smells like weed. We're going to be applying for a search warrant. Is there anybody else home? Okay, have a seat. Have a seat for me right now. We'll talk about that later.
Hey, Tisha.
Police department.
He said, is there anything I can do? I don't know if he's burnt or what. Like,
make yourself known if you're in here. Do it now.
Y'all don't smell no weed, so y'all can
Stay
get
out here. Stay out. Stay
I don't smell weed. My brother
Stay
don't
out.
smoke weed.
Stay
So did
out.
y'all check the neighbor's house if y'all smell weed?
Stay out.
No, sir. Y'all don't have the right to do that. There's no scent of weed in this house. Y'all
and she's over here she is climbing Mammy Mountain. Okay? She is climbing Mammy Mountain for her obviously felonious sibling. You know? I would not be doing all this. Listen, my siblings know better. You know, besides the fact that most of them are older than me, my siblings know better to do some bullshit like this. And they expect me to come in here and climb Mammy Mountain. This is ridiculous. She said, no, you can't go in there. No, you can't go in there. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You have literally no rights here because you don't even live here. She loves her brother. No, she's an idiot. I missed the beginning of the story. No, it's not for weed. A string of burglaries happened, and somebody with a backpack with an AirTag in it traced the location of their bag. So they get there, and it's pinging off, and this guy is just pretending like he don't know nothing. Now, trash is public property, so the police were looking through the trash, and it's full of purses and credit cards and all types of things that look like they were stolen, like burglarized recently. So, you know, this buffoon didn't even do the good work of, you know, putting the trash somewhere else, going to dump it in another dumpster. I'm not trying to teach criminals, but this is stupid. You just threw it right in your trash. With the assumption of what? Privacy? That's crazy. Yeah, his backpack and the backpack with the AirTag in it belonged to a military guy, right? So he said it had his IDs, his banking information. It just had some very valuable information that he needed. So he came to track it, and he was asking around the neighbors. No, you do not have to go to jail for your sibling. I'm not going to jail for nobody. Sorry, you commit a crime, my dear, my friend, my brother. You go to jail. Okay, you go to jail for yourself. I'm not going to jail for my sibling. I'm sorry. You commit a crime, you do the time. Okay, that's why I've lived a crime-free life. I don't want to do the time. I'm too pretty for jail. I don't want to go to prison. Okay. But these people, she obviously thought she knew what she was talking about. Yeah, the brother's on chill, and you're gonna hear them say that he's special needs or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Exactly, Will. Bye, bro. See you. Yo, I'll buy you some ramen. I'll put a few dollars on your books, right? But I'm not taking the fall for you. I'm not covering for you, man. None of that. Do that away from me, okay? Yeah, she's madder than he is. Thank you, Don, so much for the super chat. Don said $4.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. You guys are melting my heart with the support for the channel, right? Thank you. All right, let me let's see what we got here in the chat. Right, I'm not doing that. She's madder than him because for some reason she thinks that he's being picked out. No, the evidence leads directly to you. First of all, they can hear the AirTag in your house, right? But you have a trash full of credit cards and purses. Like, he didn't even wrap it up in a bag so that they couldn't see it. It's literally just wrapped. It's just right there, purses and credit cards right in the trash, visible to anybody who opens that can.
Y'all want to come and smell? Y'all want to come and smell?
The woman raises concerns again for the officers attempting to enter her brother's home without a search warrant. However, according to Wisconsin state legislature, the odor of a controlled substance provides probable cause to arrest when the odor is unmistakable.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for the Cash App. Joshua sent me a $10 Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Joshua. You always support me, my dear love. Always, always. Thank you so much. You guys know how important it is to support the content creators because most of the time we just be doing this for the free. You know what I'm saying? They'll have all these people up in your chat, but it be for the free. So thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate you. You are loved. All right, let's continue because it gets weirder.
Mistakable and may be linked to a specific person under the circumstances of the discovery of the odor, such as in State versus Sechrist. On top of that,
not to mention, guys, Wisconsin weed is not recreational, right? It's still a controlled substance. So at that point, if they smell weed, then they can search you. And he was obviously smoking at that point. He looks burnt. He looks burnt out as well, like he's been smoking all day.
officers historically have a right to secure a residence prior to a search warrant. In a 1975 case, United States versus McLaughlin, the courts held that if officers have probable cause to believe evidence is on the premises, and if delaying entry involves a risk.
Thank you, William Bond, for the super chat. He says, thanks for the videos. Thank you, William. I'm appreciating that you guys really like this content. Honestly, I have been literally racking my brain since I created my channel, trying to find the formula. And I finally found something that not only is exciting and interesting to me, but it's interesting to you guys as well. So thank you so much for supporting the content. Thank you for the super chat very much, William Bond. All right, let's continue. So obviously they're in the state of Wisconsin, and apparently you can enter without a warrant under certain circumstances.
That evidence will be removed or destroyed, then the Fourth Amendment permits a warrantless entry to secure the premises. Ultimately, it would be up to the trial judge to make a decision as to whether any evidence could be entered at trial, and we have updated details on this case at the conclusion of this video.
We're recording right now.
Does someone else want to come and smell?
I mean, it definitely sucks, right? Because we also live in the age where in some states, right? Marijuana is legal. It's recreational. You can go into a corner store and buy some, right? So it kind of sucks that they can just waltz in there and say, hey, I smell weed. Like, I'm going to search your house. So they can't necessarily search just off that premise. But they can absolutely like secure the premises, which is what they're doing here. In that particular case, what they're going to do is take the individuals out of the apartment and close the door so that no evidence can be destroyed or tampered with any further. Right? The point is they want to be able to preserve whatever might be there. So even though they can go in, it doesn't mean that they can search per se. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys have warmed my heart today. Thank you so much. Miss Robin M says, I'm looking forward to the upcoming interview. Listen, guys, I can't wait. Like, you guys don't understand. To be able to do a behind the body cam video, it's going to be great. We're going to be able to connect the story. We're going to look deeper into that footage and just sort of be able to paint a better picture of what happened that day with that individual. So hopefully you guys have your notifications on. Hopefully you like, share, subscribe, get it out in the algorithm so that everyone can catch this amazing interview. Again, I don't know how that guy just popped up in my algorithm. Like, I'm genuinely curious how he found my channel, but that's how this is. Everyone's watching it. Everyone's sort of looking into these different cases. And the fact that he just happened to run into my channel was just, I don't know, just a crazy thing. So make sure you guys check out the behind the body cam interview that I'm going to have with the parents of an individual who caught a peeping Tom outside of his daughter's window the second night that he showed up. Make sure you guys look out for that. And thank you very much, Miss Robin M, for the super chat. She says, I'm looking forward for the upcoming interview. Yes, me too. I've been into this type of content for so long. One of my favorite shows back in high school. Yeah, listen, I was like 12 watching Law & Order SVU, you know? So for me too, like, I think the important thing about YouTube, what makes it more like digestible for the content creators too, because we have to do a lot of background work, believe it or not, is having a subject or things that I'm passionate and interested in as well. Like, I obviously have a bachelor's degree in criminology and criminal justice. Most of my degree, like most of my courses in this degree was in psychology and crime. So like that is all that I focused on for the last 2 years of my bachelor's, and it was just, I learned so much. So this is great content for me, like for me as well to present. And it's amazing because people are really interested in what happens day to day with the police officers, and this gives us a better look. So hopefully I can get to the point one day where I'm requesting my own body camera footage and just sort of getting in contact with law enforcement agencies to get all that stuff. I'm sure it's a complicated process. So why does everyone that smoke weed think they don't smell like weed? Blows my mind, because they can't smell themselves anymore. They can't smell themselves, Elin. It's gone. Like their sense of smell is gone. So they have no idea that they even smell like weed. So you have the intro. I need to get that. I need to get that as my ringtone. That would actually be a nice ringtone. They're securing it until they get the search warrant, and they can use this chance inside to see if the backpack or other incriminating stuff is in plain sight. Absolutely. Especially because they already checked outside, which is legal for them to check in the trash can, and there's evidence that they were involved in something, right? Why would you have a bunch of purses and credit cards in the trash can? You know, wallets. After a string of burglaries. The weed smell lingers for hours. Yeah. But I think the problem is the smokers get used to it. It just becomes part of their, you know, what they're smelling all the time. So when a new person comes in that doesn't smell weed all the time, they're like, whoo, whoo. And the person who smokes is surprised that people can smell them. Oh yeah, Cops was a funny one too. But it seemed like Cops was always just like drunk and disorderlies and people acting a fool. I think that was the origin of body cam footage. Well, I guess at that time it was like cameras. They get nose blind. Yep, absolutely. They just completely lose the smell. So anyways, let's see this sister acting a fool. And then we're going to go into the DUI case and we're going to get out of here.
My brother don't smoke weed, so it don't smell like weed in here.
Stay out.
Get out of my brother's house before I call a motherfucking lawyer. Sir, don't grab
Put your
me.
hands behind your back.
Okay, that's fine. They don't have the right to do this. Smell Mario's house. It don't smell like weed in there. No,
Stay out of the house.
Justin, just
Go back in the car.
Justin,
Get
go
back
get
in the
car.
car
I'm gonna get
now.
right back out. But that's so weird. They just doing this so they can go search the house.
According to Wisconsin law, in the absence of a warrant, officers can also use exigent circumstances to justify denying re-entry into the house, like preventing the destruction of evidence. This is likely the reason why the officers are preventing them from re-entering the home.
Y'all don't have the right to search this house.
Have a seat.
I will.
Right, instead of letting him go to jail by himself, she wanted to come and obstruct justice for her sibling, you know. Oh, let me see. Well, sorry guys, I'm getting something delivered today, so I gotta make sure it didn't come while I wasn't paying attention. No, it did not. All right. Yep, sorry about that. But instead of letting him go to jail for his crimes on his own, right? Look at him, looking all burnt out over there in the corner. She's over there caping. Like, this is pure Mammy Mountain behavior. It's ridiculous.
You don't gotta grab me up like that. Y'all do not have the right, Mario. Tell them that they don't have the right to go in your house and not to go in your house without a search warrant. Tell them they don't have the right. Tell them right now. Just don't be mad. Just tell them.
have the right to go in my house.
Without a search warrant. Tell them that, Mario. Tell them that.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, did he think they were just gonna stop what they're doing because she told them to say that? they're both burnt. He's burnt for just standing there like an idiot, right? And this cop's like, "Are you serious, dude?" And she's burnt for like putting herself on the line for this stupidity. Let him go to jail. Why is it that you don't want them to search the house, honey? Is it possible that the backpack is in plain sight? Like, ridiculous.
Tell them they do not have the right to go into your house without a search warrant. Mario, if they had the right, they would already be searching
And we
it.
cannot let you back in the house right now.
That's fine, Mario, but tell them. Mario, listen. Shut up and listen, boy.
He didn't say search.
Shut up.
No, it's not a search.
Tell them they do not have the right to search the house without a search warrant. And they need a way.
She is such an aggressive mammy. My goodness.
We are not searching the house.
Well, you guys were just in there without his permission after we told you not to be in there. Stop breaking motherfucking laws, and this will be a lot simpler. If y'all leave, this is way simpler than y'all searching. Y'all ain't got no reason to be searching.
You check the bathroom right quick.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do. But right now, go check the bathroom right
Y'all
quick.
think they're trying to take advantage of somebody that don't even know how to move.
Trying to do.
Get the point A.
So right now we're waiting on another officer.
She said, "Y'all trying to take advantage of somebody who don't know how to get from point A to point B." Mario has a plethora of backpacks and wallets. Yeah, just sitting in the dumpster. You know what I mean? He didn't know how to get from point A to point B, but he knew how to burglarize all the cars and go home and throw the purses and the credit cards in the trash can, though, right? Like, look at her.
Because things are kicking off way too much, man.
You not know what y'all really is talking about.
Y'all doing too much.
I don't work with elderly people that's kind of just like him, so y'all cannot do that to him. That's all I'm saying. But
Mario, just sit down. Sit down. Because I'm not trying to get them to think that you and Justin sitting here in handcuffs because I told them their job. These motherfuckers know the law. They know better. I shouldn't have to tell them that. And then they put me in handcuffs because I told them right from motherfucking wrong. Like, I shouldn't even have to say that to y'all. Is y'all body cameras on?
Listen,
yes.
No, what they said was
That's all I really need to know right now.
sweep to make sure ain't no humans in this.
Mario, don't even gotta say nothing else. As long as you know, step out of Mario. Tell me to step out of your house.
Go look at I'm watching. Go look at my
Mario.
What's the place?
They can, first of all, the fact that the AirTag is going off in their freaking house, right? That's enough for them to secure the perimeter. Now, if they go in there and they can see the backpack, you're done, honey. You and your brother are going to jail. She's ridiculous. It is exhausting because she's just screaming and shouting like it's going to change anything. They still found the AirTag and the backpack.
Mario.
Yep.
Mario, because you see they try to take me to jail because they're Mario. They can't get into your house. No.
Oh, my bad, yo. Let me play the video. Hold on, I got a call.
The only reason they're in there is because we told them to go in the bathroom. I swear to God, Mario, if you tell them to get out the house, they can't go in there.
He's not searching anything. He's securing it safe so there's nobody in there. I get it. That's a lot going on.
I got my family messed up.
I mean,
Stop! Stop! Miss 60! Stay back! I'm just recording. Stay back! I'm about to get back! You can record. I know I can record. Why y'all gotta be so aggressive? I don't know what's going on.
She ultimately inserted herself into this whole thing. So for them to be like, why you gotta be so aggressive? Why is she shouting? Why are none of you telling her to shut the hell up and stop agitating the situation? She's already in handcuffs. She's already like, tell her to shut up.
What's your name, man? Okay, I'm just up here. If you're going to interfere with an investigation, I'm not interfering. That's the thing. I'm just recording. I'm recording. He has mental problems. I'm trying to let y'all know. That was the time where you're under arrest. You're going to get searched.
That's fine, but under arrest for
Stop moving. You're not allowed back inside.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3. What am I under arrest
Stop
for?
moving.
Are you gonna
Right now is resisting. That's what you're under arrest for.
Because I'm not moving. I'm just talking.
Because y'all want to protect y'all motherfucking city. That's it, man. I'm finna get in the car, bro. Please leave me alone, bro. Real talk. Get away from me, bro. Why did you get involved?
I love how he said, get away from me, bro. And the police officer just closed his door like, all right.
I asked you to come over to the car.
What am I being arrested for? Why am I in handcuffs? Any one of y'all gonna tell me that? I'm just trying to figure out what the going on here. I'm having a hard time since I came up
Once we
here.
get you searched
Can I
in the
talk
back
real
of the
quick?
car, then we'll talk.
All right, that's fine. But listen, when I came,
For me to talk to you, you're yelling over
it's hard to talk when no one's letting me speak.
because now isn't the time to talk.
No,
Now is the time.
I'm not. What the fuck? I have the right to talk.
Sit down, please.
Y'all put me in handcuffs because y'all don't.
Honey, you also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law. Right? Do you want me to continue to read you your Miranda rights? Or are you just going to keep shouting like a damn banshee? I mean, look at her. She's literally the embodiment of dust, you know? Taking up for somebody who obviously stole a bunch of stuff that didn't belong to him.
Don't want me telling my brother that y'all don't have the right to go into his house without a search warrant. But what am I being arrested for?
Told
What
her
am
I was
being-
resisting.
Why am I in a handcuff? Why am I in handcuffs?
Because you're not listening.
Because I'm yelling. I don't have to listen to y'all.
Yes,
I'm a
you do.
grown woman.
You
I
do
can
have to
yell if I
listen to
want.
us.
First of all, let me just say this, right? Even if you think that the way in which a search is being conducted is not legal, there's nothing that you're going to shout or do that's going to stop them from conducting said illegal search if that's what's happening. You know, so I don't get why she's shouting. She's not about to stop nothing. All she's going to do is end up in jail with this silly mother chucker. Who knows damn well, like, he couldn't even give them an excuse. He says, it's not in here. Like, he couldn't even tell them, like, there is no AirTag. Come check. There's nothing here. Because he just knew he was caught. You know, just ridiculous.
Y'all were listening. My brother said not to go in this house for a I don't even.
And why does she look like Riley from the Boondocks?
We're writing a search warrant.
My brother told y'all not to go in his house.
We have a right to freeze the scene. We're not searching.
That's fine.
So we're writing a search
fine,
warrant.
Y'all gotta tell me what I'm in handcuffs for.
You're in handcuffs because you're not listening and you're arrested for resisting.
Y'all wasn't trying to listen to me. Y'all trying to shut me up.
Showed up here. Okay. The AirTag was popping here. All right. Open the door. Smells like weed. Okay. That gives me the right, by law, to secure the residence for the application of a search warrant, which I will be doing. Okay. That means I can go inside, secure you and any persons that would be in there, so to ensure there's no more.
Just want to tell Eric that's CRP in the future for me.
Hello, y'all don't have the right to search my car.
Mama,
car and y'all just gonna run up on me.
Well, you're welcome to stay where you're at. That's fine.
He needs to just leave. You know what I mean? At this point, they're being so nice to him. They're like, "You're welcome to stay here," but like, and he just closes the window.
Yeah.
Just leave.
You do not have the right to search my car on my son. I will be pressing charges. That's on my son.
What exactly are we doing here then?
What's that?
What exactly are we doing here?
I'm not sure. Writing a warrant, I know, for this house, but I don't know. She just decided to start screaming at me.
Get away from me. I don't feel safe.
Okay, well,
Stay where we are.
we can stand where we want. Writing a
Y'all
warrant.
land up on me, and you pretty aggressive.
No, because your sister kept pulling away
I
from
don't
me.
want to talk to you.
Okay.
Please get him away from me.
Stay in your car. Just relax.
It smells like weed in there.
The same lawyers that's fighting my little baby brother's fucking case for him being killed in a crash.
He's not a baby brother. Okay, this man is grown. Now it sounds like she's mentioning something else, but these people obviously are involved with the police often.
Are gonna be the same motherfuckers that's gonna be doing this shit for me. Let a motherfucker go into my car without my permission. Because this is the type of shit that a motherfucker just be weighing on.
So the residence is secure. Okay. In that cursory protective sweep, we located our backpack that you said wasn't there. Okay. Obviously, that's an issue we will address. Crime of the century or anything like that, but obviously you've probably been doing some things that you're not supposed to be doing. I can absolutely continue to proceed and apply for that search warrant, and if the judge approves it, I'm going to search this residence. The alternative to that is, with your consent, I can also search this residence. Obviously, we know we're going to find a backpack. That's mainly what we're here for, and probably could have avoided it if you would have just turned that over to begin with. But now we've gone obviously a little bit too far. Is that your sister there? Got a little bit too vocal about things, even though we were 100% within our right.
I'm not sure who your brother is, but I'm not looking to fight with you at all. Just relax.
We talk with Garrett because I don't even know what's going on with this guy. They're just screaming when I get here.
I'm starting to get hard to breathe in here. Can someone please open this door? Can someone please open this door?
What's going on with dude, bro?
ID him. He was with her. Just figure out who he is real quick.
Okay.
Hey! I need to breathe! Can you please? Hey!
Yeah. He's got nothing to do with this.
He showed it. Is that your sister's boyfriend or who is that? What's his name? What's his name?
Okay, can we move the squad and get him out of here? Well, we need to be identified. That's my understanding, right?
Yeah, Billy, it's crazy that stuff was literally just sitting in the trash can, and they're trying to play like the police have no reason to be treating them like burglars. I mean, the trash was full of purses and bags and credit cards. They even look and said, "Look, we can see credit cards." You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that the AirTag literally is going off right now.
Okay.
Can you please crack the door a little bit?
Breathe.
Can you please? Hey!
He's got nothing to do with this.
He showed it. Is that your sister's boyfriend or who is that? What's his name? What's his name?
Okay, can we move the squad and get him out of here? Well, we need to be identified. That's my understanding, right?
Be identified.
Okay.
Can you please crack the door a little bit? Can you please crack the door a little bit?
I'll turn the radio down and then I'll help you with what you need the door cracked?
I just need some air.
The thing, it's not just general, Teresina. The AirTags start to make a sound too. So it could give you the general area, and then when you're in proximity to it, you'll hear the sound. So, unfortunately, the jig is up. I don't know why she's even still screaming. Like, it's not going to stop them from finding the backpack and the AirTag. So.
I need some fresh air.
Let me turn this down.
With that being said, I'm going to ask you, will you give us consent to search your building here?
I don't care if you guys search it, just please do not mess.
We're not going to help with it. Is there any weed in there that we need to be concerned about?
I have bags of clothes, and I need to do laundry.
I'm not concerned about laundry or anything like that, but you give us consent to search your residence here.
Actually, I don't. Can I? Is there a way that, because a responsible person, I would rather wait until we get word from the judge
That's why at this point I'm going to place you under arrest for theft at this point.
There's nothing else that can happen after this.
Right now.
So, sir,
get away from me, sir.
Can you listen for a second?
Information, okay,
so, we need to identify you, and then you'll be able to go. Can I get your driver's license?
That's no problem.
This is hot. It's hot in here. There was no reason to put this on me so fucking tight. I was not resisting. I was just yelling. I put my hands behind my back for them. I was just yelling.
For a second. Now she did put her hands behind her back, but she was resisting. You know, she was not allowing them to go into the premises, even though they had a right to, detain the individuals that were in there, take them out, and secure the area. And that gives them the right to look at plain sight now, right? They can look around, and they can also set the AirTag off and find the backpack like they've been trying to do, but she was blocking them. And someone said that he blocked the victim in the driveway. Yeah, the brother is standing behind their vehicle, which is ridiculous. That guy he just wants his stuff. He's not there to fight anybody. He's not there to be a tough guy. That's why he called the police. He just wants his shit back. And I don't blame him. He served our country. He's not the person people should be robbing in the first place. To the exact location, I know from experience. Exactly, yeah, it will. And you can hear it. Once you're within certain proximity, you can set it off, and you will hear the sound of the AirTag going off. Yeah, she needs to take some short breaths and shut up, but she's using all her energy in her mouth and her saliva to yell nonsense, knowing that her brother's a thief.
I gotta get the keys to put the window down. So
just agreed to a sentence.
I'm out.
So I don't know if you guys missed that. They asked them, look, we're gonna go through this whole process, get a search warrant, or you could just let us search. And they said, go ahead, just search. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, dude.
I don't even have my license. I'm not driving.
Would you be willing to give him your information?
Yes, I will.
I'll take your info.
I have no problem giving you my name. It's just I do not feel safe around you.
I understand, and that's why I thought maybe you and I could just chat.
Aggressive for me.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
for real.
can I borrow your squad keys? I'm gonna roll the window down. Why? She just wants some air, which is fine. She starts screaming and goes back up. What's your last name?
Can I get somebody else? I don't need
Sir,
like your attitude.
do you want to talk to me?
That's kind of
No, you're gonna talk to me right now. What's your last name?
Why is he talking to me?
Because
like
I'm tired of you guys not living.
The cop was over them at this point. Not to mention, they're all living in a state where you can't legally smoke weed, right? Especially driving a vehicle. And they're all smelling like weed. They're not even concealing it at all. While also, having perpetrated these burglaries, having evidence in their trash can, the AirTag can be heard from outside of the apartment. I mean, the jig is up. Why would these siblings even come here and make themselves a part of the nonsense? The whole family is, just throw the whole family in the trash. Yeah, it will sing to us. Both of them are making this hard for themselves. Yeah, they're inserting themselves in it as a way to divert from what happened. They still robbed all those people.
Listening when I give you orders.
Guys, what do you mean?
Just you and your sister. I'm gonna help you. Let me just. Yeah, you can handle it. Jesus Christ. Car reeks of weed. We're gonna let him leave. No, it's fine. We've been done 10 minutes ago.
That was a piece of shit on my son.
He was so annoyed. He said, we could have been out of here. And I don't blame the police for being annoyed. Like, this is so stupid. This is some class A stupid shit going on here. They're literally thieves. They were caught by the victim. And obviously the other victims are going to be vindicated as well because the dummies didn't even get rid of the evidence.
Dude, if I ever catch this guy out here and he comes at me like that again and I have my fucking gun permit, oh my God, dude, I swear to God, anything I'm in the rights to do is going to happen. Because this shit is crazy. I'm so tired of motherfuckers treating me like this. I don't want to yell. I never wanted to yell.
What is this mammy reject? She said, if I catch this man in the streets, now you're threatening police officers? And then she's going to say, anything that I'm in the rights to do. Why would you even think about a gun in the first place and what you're in the rights to do if you catch him in the streets? This is crazy. Hey, Appy Mohammed, whatever your name is. Hi. How you doing?
I just wanted someone to listen to me talk.
Any questions what you're being arrested for right now? Right now, it's you got the backpack in there.
They kept saying, I'm on the phone. So I went to the other guy. I'm like, well, can you tell me what's going on? I asked the people who are in the car over there, who I guess are the people who called the police. As they were trying to tell me, he came over, and that's when him and the other officer started walking into my brother's house. So I'm like, you guys don't have the right to do that. And that's when I started getting loud because they were just going in there. I'm like, hold on, wait a second. And then they grabbed me up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let them grab me up because I don't want them thinking that I'm gonna fight against them. As soon as I start raising my voice and yelling, they're like grabbing me up, putting me in handcuffs, roughing me around. It's like no reason to do that just because I'm yelling.
Anything on your person I need to be concerned about?
My phone.
Believe it or not, guys, in Wisconsin, you can carry without a license. So hopefully nobody sells this buffoon a gun because she sounds crazy as hell talking about catching a police officer in the street. But she can't. She probably isn't. Like most legitimate places aren't gonna give her a gun. You know, they still have the discretion. And looking at the cornrows alone, you know, the way they're built right now, I wouldn't sell her anything.
Money from my bank account.
And what?
My baby.
And answer the one little basic question that I had, which is what is going on, then none of this would have happened. There was just straight up no reason to do me like that.
How much cash is here? $600? Yeah.
There's no fucking reason for this, dude. I try so fucking hard to be a good person. I do my...
Now she's getting ready to melt down. They found the evidence. That's why your brother's going into handcuffs, honey. Right? This is not a case of racial prejudice, okay? I have black brothers. They don't steal. They don't rob vehicles and shit like that, okay? I mean, it's not racial. You're a thief, and so is your sibling. That's why you're crying now. You know, and I guess you know what I think it was. I think him, and the brother robbed these cars. And when they saw him getting caught, you know, they're like, you know what, we're going to go down for this together. And they just decided to pull up there because otherwise, I don't see what was the point of them showing up to the house.
The best, I swear to God, dude, I stay sharing fucking posts on Facebook about the officers in this city do good. I don't even share fucking bad about the police, bro.
You know, I'm not one that's like that. I think like this is stereotyping people who are like this. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is bringing the black community down. No, there's a bunch of people of all races who do stupid shit like this. These people just happen to be black folk, and they're stupid as heck in this video. Okay, she's silly as hell. She's silly. Her sibling is an idiot. Right? You clearly stole, and you just left all the evidence right outside so that they can see. And then you don't even get rid of the backpack. Imagine the AirTag popped up in a dumpster. They would have been fine. But these idiots brought the evidence back to their house. Now that they're caught red-handed, they want to play dumb in front of the police and be yelling and screaming like a Karen. Honey, you're caught. You're caught. Get it over with. I don't know the story, but about this, can you explain to me? Well, you're gonna have to sort of rewind at this point. So we're sort of at the end of this story, and I want to cover one more. So I'm gonna end it there. Well, let's look at him getting arrested because he does end up in cuffs, and they're gonna explain what they found when he let them search the house that caused an arrest.
Yeah, it reeks of weed. I said that earlier.
Let's ID him first, see what we got there, and then we can address that.
No, that's fine.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck my family done did. I'm just asking to be treated like a fucking human, bro. Like, what the fuck did I do to be pushed up against? Like, there's...
Now she don't care about what her family done did. I thought he didn't do nothing. I thought he don't smoke weed and he don't do nothing, and you don't have the right to search his house. You did all that yelling and screaming just for your sibling to allow them to search the house because he knew he was caught. Right? He knew he was going to jail. You didn't have to go to jail with him. Now you're going. Yeah, she thought it was okay. And now she's going to jail for no reason. She's not involved in this as far as they know. But the fact that she tried to interfere in all that, now she's going to jail too for no reason. You know, for no reason whatsoever.
There's like 5 motherfucking different dudes that just touched me Mom, my fucking dad ain't never touched me like that before. Why is there 5 different motherfuckers roughing me up like that?
I have a couple concerns, but it's hard for me because you have a lot to get out, and I can't answer the questions because you have so many of them. So do you want me to answer a couple of those for you real quick?
You can.
So I'll tell you why I pushed you up against the car, and I'll tell you why. It's because we were told on the radio they need some additional officers down here because someone was resistant, is my understanding. Now, I think you would agree with me that I came in kind of at the end, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be the first.
That's why I tried to talk to you.
Yeah, and I don't know everything that's going on, and I'm not going to pretend like I do, okay? But from my perspective, when I got on scene, what I saw was an officer that was taking you into custody.
He tried to make it look rough
but
for nothing. Like, why would you do that? I was doing it. Like, I never, not at one point resisted, ever.
There's something called resisted tension, and I could feel that in you, which is when you tense up. And that's something that police officers are trained on.
And I think they're really nice for, explaining it to her. All right, so I'm going to stop with this one here because I want to get to the last story before I have to go. Hold on, guys. Sorry, really quickly. I'm sorry, guys. I have to handle some business real quickly. All right, so that's that. I want to get to this last one because this one was just treacherous. The person involved in this case. Oh, sorry, guys. The person involved in this case is being pursued for their 9th DUI. Okay, so 9th case of driving under the influence. So this footage just sort of threw me. You guys are going to see it. This is the last one I am going to cover because I wanted to stick to chases and sleepers and things like that. This one is technically a chase, but this person, I guess, has had several prior DUIs, and he just thought it was so funny what was going on. So let's get into it. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell to see when we go live next. Yes, please make sure you guys do that. All right. DUIs nowadays go crazy. Yeah, I don't know when this is from. It says May 24, 2023. So I know it's a year old or so. But yeah, he thought he was doing something. Let's get into it, guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to handle some stuff really quick.
Gunpoint. Actually, he's gonna ram me. That farmer is gonna be pissed. Get out of the car!
On June 11th, 2022, an officer from the New Richmond Police Department in Wisconsin began recording after some suspicion. While on patrol, the officer ran the license plates of a vehicle late at night and found that the owner's license had been revoked. The officer's intention was to confirm if the driver was the owner of the revoked license. However, after attempting to pull over the driver, the situation rapidly escalated.
Looks like he's not gonna stop. It's probably gonna be a 1080 here.
10-4, all one is closed for New Richmond.
I believe he's under the influence and stopped for OER. 4223 dispatch for going 104 miles per hour. He's driving down the middle of the road, 100 miles per hour, still southbound, 107 miles per hour, still weaving all over the road. He just blew the stop sign at 130th and County Road Double T. Still westbound on County Road N, 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, walk down all over the road, no traffic.
Northbound on Highway 65 from County Road N, blew the stop sign.
I don't know how much you got there, but you might be coming west on 94.
Westbound on 60th Ave from Highway 65, nearly wiped out. 75 miles per hour.
60th is a dead end.
Likely realizing that they couldn't elude the officer on open, paved roads, The suspect makes a decision to evade by shifting to dirt back roads, hoping to escape capture.
Now, this is especially dangerous because you don't know whose house, like who's in the backyards. There could be children and things like that. Like, this is reckless as heck. And sorry, guys, I'm a little distracted trying to handle something in the background, but this suspect is insane. Let's keep watching.
We are going down a driveway now at the end of 60th Ave, dirt road.
Into the driveway at the end of probably 1078.
10-4. We're still going down a gravel road.
Wait, y'all, when y'all were kids, y'all didn't go outside at night? Because I remember going outside at night when I was a kid. And especially to be in those dirt roads and things like that, those are people's backyards. So he could have easily hit an innocent bystander or even a pedestrian. You know, this is very reckless to get off the road and start, you know, trying to find an alternative route. He should just stop. At this point, he's cooked. He's already cooked. You know, it's ridiculous.
He just wiped out. I'll have one at gunpoint. Actually, he's going to ram me.
Oh, wow.
Wiped out, now ramming the squad. 10-4.
Exactly. Teens are the ones I would be the most afraid about because teenagers love to be in the woods doing their bonfires, doing rituals and weird shit in the middle of the night. He could have easily hurt anybody. You know, he just like face planted into a tree. I don't even know how the car was able to reverse. You know, usually the engine will stall, but I guess that pickup truck is strong. Yeah, I said rituals. Last thing here, yes.
We're driving through a cornfield now.
Still westbound through the cornfield. Now northbound cornfield.
We're going north from that dirt road in the cornfield.
Actually, I love to hike. It's just too cold in my area right now to be outside. So I actually do know plenty about the woods. So this pendejo better start going pedal to metal. Shaquille, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Again.
I'm at 65. My mapper isn't working. How do I get to 62?
He now looks like he's attempting to do donuts in the cornfield.
Just westbound on 60th right now. We'll be there in a minute.
22, can you block that entrance? He looks like he's going back that direction.
10-4, the driveway blocked or what? I'll try
10-4, block the driveway. He's coming right towards you. High rate of speed, be careful.
The pursuing officer noticed the driver was retracing their path by returning on a road with a single entrance and exit. They immediately called for backup to set up spike strips, knowing the driver has nowhere else to turn.
4213, the first left north of Nora.
He's coming back your direction out the dirt road towards 60th Avenue.
And back towards 60th Avenue,
8822, block the gravel. He's coming right at you. High rate of speed. Get out of the car!
Yo, that was reckless. Hold on, we need to see that. He looked dead at them and said, "Nah, I'm about to reverse this car and hit the pedal to the metal." Let's see this.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! You okay for Roca?
He's just like casually outrunning these police officers. It's not even funny. You know, he seems so like his face is given, nah, y'all are not about to stop me. Like, I'm gonna keep going. It's ridiculous.
Good ticket. Thanks for watching. Good 6. 4-1.
We are now eastbound on 60th Avenue, approaching Highway 65.
10-4, 43, they're coming right at you. 43, that's right now. 10-4. Counting cars have been for a bit, mission below. Looks like both the driver's side tires. Both driver's side tires, 10-4. 9 dispatch, bits authorized for counting cars. 10-4, bits authorized for counting cars. Jeez, I'm not it. I don't know who is. Thank you, go.
A successful spike strip deployment resulted in the left two tires beginning to disintegrate. However, the driver is determined to evade the police and continues driving.
Thank you, go. No, keep up. 165, 10-4. 19th, best or 5 of them.
Let me just say this. He's no stranger to the police, obviously, it being his 9th DUI. But has he done this 9 times? Like, I thought some places, if you get a DUI more than 2 times in a year, they'll suspend it for 10 years. Like, this is crazy that he even has a license to drive at all, you know?
Here, the driver...
Did I miss that in the beginning? That what instigated the stop is his lack of license? Is it? I need to figure out how he got behind, how he is on a 9th DUI. How is he free to be on a 9th DUI? You know, at this point, he needs to serve some jail time.
Exited the vehicle and ran on foot into the woods. However, he seems to have worn a high-vis shirt, making him very easy to spot.
Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Sir, please. Right now. Turn around. Please stop. Roll over on your stomach. Ow! Roll over on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased. Try it. Try it. Hey, my glasses fall off. Yes, can't say one thing. Adrenaline is one thing.
You didn't miss much. He's just evading the police. He's very strategically evading the police. You know, I think they're catching up with him now. Let me see what happened. Something just happened. Sorry, guys. I'm over here trying to handle some business on the back end.
Here, the driver exited the vehicle and ran on foot into the woods. However, he seems to have worn a high-vis shirt, making him very easy to spot.
Get down on the ground!
Whoa, he has a hair like this thing.
Get down on the ground! Sir, please, right now! Please. Turn around! Please, stop. Roll over on your stomach. Ow! Roll over on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased. Try it. Try it. Hey, my glasses fall off. Yes, can't say one thing. Adrenaline is one thing. Great, stand up. Please, hey, wait. Please.
He's beyond talented, right? He dropped that car like a bad habit and fled. The only reason why he was easy to find is because of that highlighter yellow shirt that he had on. You know, he could have even blended maybe, in the grass, but he chose the wrong color that morning. I bet he's regretting it.
I have a shoulder injury, a rotator cuff injury.
You want an ambulance?
On the right, no, on the right side.
You want an ambulance? Come check you out.
On the right side. I have a right side rotator cuff injury real bad.
Okay, do you want an ambulance? Come check you out.
If anything, lift me up on my left side.
How about you come to your knees? Okay, go on your right shoulder.
Please. All right. 1 second.
Here, I'll help you out.
All right, I get it. It's over.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay.
White.
All right, I got it. Hey,
you good?
Front pocket.
What about it?
Can you get the phone?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nothing amazes me more than when these criminals get caught and they start making demands immediately. They're suddenly like, yo, I gotta get this phone out of my pocket. I gotta get, look at my wallet. I seen one where the father and son were in a car chase, and the father's like, I gotta look at my wallet. I need my wallet in a burning vehicle. He thought they were gonna go risk their lives after he set his car on fire because he was running from the police. They always make these demands immediately. It's making sense.
Hey, somebody to come get Chuck. Yeah, I know.
It's not preference.
Along the way back to the main road,
If you guys can do me a favor, pause for the cause. Okay, we got 196 people in here. We got 60 likes. That's so mean, y'all. That's so mean. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like. You're here, you're watching. Like the show.
the suspect was sure to give his opinions to the officers.
Barely. About to hit me. I thought he was going to ran
not barely. You're a terrible driver.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, he kept on pretty good. Yes, sir.
Which time did you lose me?
I never.
He said, "You're a terrible driver. What time did you lose me?" Bragging about it. This is crazy. They start asking for a cigarette and everything. No situational awareness whatsoever. If you guys can continue to hit that like button for me, let's get me to 80 likes. Let's get me to 100 likes. Okay? After I'm gone, if y'all can keep hitting the like button for this video, y'all will continue to support the channel without having to do nothing. Hit the like button for me, okay?
Relax. Yeah.
In the field, chicken shit.
I was going after you in the field because you can only come back out one way.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have went over the fence, fucker.
Okay.
Stupid fuck. Amateur ass dude. Look at you. Look at you.
Let's go.
Second year rookie.
Let's go.
Keep
going. Let's go.
Anything for crossing, please?
In the car. Someone in front of me. Yeah, search it.
Yeah, on his elbow.
I am. I didn't make a call to my lawyer. My hips bleeding. I have a shoulder injury.
Right.
I would like to, yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You're bleeding? Yeah, you're
So hard.
Well, they're on their way, okay?
There, Somerset car still on?
Negative.
He has the audacity to be talking all this shit. Now he looks like he just got off a shift of work though. Like, imagine getting off work, having a few beers, and then getting in your car and this happens. Like, this dude's crazy. He had the beers at home.
Yeah, they have a seat. I can't.
Let's go.
Where are we? Can I call somebody to come get my truck, please?
It's getting towed.
Can I call a lawyer?
Have a seat.
Ah. Smells like burnt rubber in here.
The safety shirt screwed in.
How was your driving, officer?
It was good.
Are we going to Secret County or Pierce or where?
What do you say, 8 priors? This will be his 9th.
9? Okay.
9. See, that's what I was saying. So even though we know that he must have not had a license or whatever, this is his 9th time driving without a license. Why is he not in jail? You know, like, he should already be in jail. He should already be somewhere, but he's not. He's just free. I've dated too many of him. Oh yeah, it's unfortunate. These types are not unemployed. You know, he probably got a job and everything, but he thought he can get in his car and have a few beers, and that's just not the case, buddy. It's not. I'm sorry.
That farmer is going to be pissed.
Do I have an emergency contact on my phone?
Do you?
Or, I mean, is there somebody we can get a hold of? Aside from your personal stuff you have with me?
Look, what do you mean? You want to get a hold of somebody?
Yes, please.
You'll get a phone call here in a little bit.
At the jail.
Yep.
That's rookie shit. Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked. You have a family, though. That's cute.
I do have a family.
You do. And I'll be out in 3 years or less.
Eventually, it appears the effects of the alcohol in the suspect system begin to take over.
Brandon, what's going on with you?
I don't know why he started doing this. He might have been, he is funny. He might have been hungry or dehydrated, or finally his system is rejecting all the alcohol he's been drinking.
It appears the suspect may have been unconscious for moments as the EMTs are on the scene. It is important to note that outside of the suspect voicing concern for their shoulder, they received only minor scratches from the branches while fleeing on foot, with no other injuries.
I think his car just quit.
Start a tow.
Did somebody start a tow?
Later at the hospital, the department was able to get a search warrant to determine the driver's blood alcohol content. Because of this, they are able to draw a blood sample, even though he initially refused in the ambulance.
Once she's ready, we're going to draw your blood. Banky.
The suspect continues with his colorful conversation and even seems to brag about chases he supposedly got away with in the past.
I'm just going to take this one off. I missed it from earlier. Sorry.
Well, he's got good veins.
Yeah. Gives
I'm
plasma.
working out.
I got good veins too.
You are pasty and pale.
Yeah, what can I say?
You look like a vegan.
I am not.
I'm close. You're looking close. You have a scrape on your neck. Where'd that come from?
Probably from one of those branches that hit me in the face.
Really?
There's a lot of them down there. We're chasing you.
Yeah. I thought you stayed in the car longer.
I got out pretty quick.
Did you?
And then I slowed down because I thought we were running into.
All right, guys. I do have to end the show. All right, he's just gonna be in the emergency room acting crazy, pretending like this is just funny, and talking about how he, he took off on this police officer because he has no respect. He has no respect. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're just tuning in and you're gonna rewatch the show, do me a favor, hit the like button, engage with the show, leave a comment after the show is over, And make sure you turn your notification bells on, because tomorrow is in honor of Christmas Eve. I'm going to do a special behind the body cam show with one of the people who were involved in the show from last week. He did show up in the chat while I was covering it, so he wants to give us a little bit of a more background information. We're going to look over some articles, some more information on the case, and then I'll send you guys off to enjoy your holiday. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming to my show, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.